Hey, look. All I'm gonna say is, I know I was late, but China was later than me. China was later than me. No, China was on time. Hold up, y'all. I got my mother on the phone. Hey, mom, I'm live. I gotta call you back. Okay. Love you, mom. Y'all see that? Y'all see how I treat my mama? I loved it her. China dog. What's going on up in here this evening? What's happening? What's happening this evening? Everybody all right? That's right. That's right. Can I shout out all the members? Everybody who's a member. Yes, yes, yes. The love is felt. The love is felt. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody. Got my water. What's up, China? Everything all right? Everything all right?
Yeah.
We waiting on Keisha. Come on in here, Keisha. Stop playing. All right, y'all. Get in the chat so I can shout you out. To Hakuna. We're gonna do something. Okay, there go Keisha. Man, if CJ get in here, it's gonna be a rumble in the jungle this evening. Yes, it will be. China was number 2 in there. My main man, Will Power. What's happening? My man, Will Power, just been there the whole time. How you feel, champ? Andrea Davis, is that you? Linda Evelyn. Yes. Yes, indeed. To the members, the love is felt. Yes, indeed. Love is felt, y'all. Come on, y'all. Get your membership today. Yes. It's Friday. I feel all right.
Outside with a flashlight because my internet is.
What's up, Andrew Davis? Q Quita Ward. Q Quita Ward 1. See, when you go to public school, that's how you got to pronounce stuff. You got to put the syllables together. Woo! There go Tehran. What's up, Tehran? Beth, is that you, Beth? Mike. Yes. Everybody get in here. What's up, Andrea Davis? Andrea Espute is her name. Espute. Say the name correctly, please. What's up? I already shouted you out, Linda. I'm gonna shout you out again, Linda. What's up, Jennifer? Yeah. It's membership night tonight, y'all. What's going on? Just like candy. Woo! Cherylina. Is that you, Cherylina? Come on in the chat. Everybody. Kathy Morgan. Beth, Mikey. Hold up, man. I missed somebody. Did I miss somebody there? Did I miss it? Is that Miss Monique? Is that you, Monique? What's up, Monique? Say something. Woo! Come on in here, y'all. Come on in. Let's get it in. What's up, Christina? How you feeling? Felicia, get in here. What? She messed up the DJ tonight. Somebody messed up the DJ. How you gonna mess up the DJ, good people? Come on now. How did you mess up the DJ? You mess up my DJ? Yeah, I messed up my DJ tonight. Got me feeling some type of way. But we're gonna keep it going. Hold up, man. Let me finish my song. At least my Can I finish my song? I'm having a wonderful time ahead. How y'all feeling? It's Friday night. Y'all better be feeling all right.
Feeling good.
We add another 10 seconds. There we go. Thank you so much for coming on board, Monique. See, that's all I needed. My last 5 seconds. There you go. Everybody.
You say you don't have the internet, China?
You did what?
Ms. She said she was on the flashlight because of the internet. Something with the internet.
What happened? China.
Yeah.
China. What's up, Ange? What's up, Felicia? Beth, Mikey, illuminating manuscripts. Thank you. All my members, thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Is that China? You back again? Okay, she back over there. There she go. We're going to take this one out because she's in there twice. China. Hey, there she go. Oh, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Is that my main man, Will Power?
Oh my God, why is this internet acting crazy?
Your internet, hold up, China. You in the dark. Come on now.
No, she said it's the internet.
Come on now. Come on, let's get it right.
You know what?
Let's
I
get
might
it.
have to sit this one out too, guys. Because
oh my goodness,
we need you.
China, you're killing us with this internet. Come on. China just got in her new house, y'all, and the internet tripping.
We can still see you.
We can see you. We can see you. There you go.
See, I gotta stand outside to get a signal.
We're gonna have to get it started so China
Yeah.
can participate. Goodness gracious, we're gonna have to get it started. We're gonna have to let China do her closing remarks now. But before
how
we
is
get
it out
started,
there?
I want to shout out. Let's shout out to my girl. Hey, yo. Good gosh. The sponsorship is felt and it is real. And yes, good people, y'all already understand. You understand the assignment. My girl Patrice Bean. Ayola. My bad. And Connie, good God. We're gonna start calling you Connie Good God Barnes. Good people. Have you ever in this lifetime? Y'all gonna have to excuse China. She in the dark. She gonna get it. We gonna get it right though. It's gonna be all right. It is all right.
Trying.
We know that's you, China. That's all we worrying about. We feel the love is felt. We feel the love. The love is felt. We understand it is what it is. Okay, so without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, did I spell anything wrong? If you want to catch the narcissist cheating, just play dumb. Good God. Are y'all ready? Listen, buckle up your seatbelt tonight. Buckle up. We going on a ride, y'all. What's up, man? Y'all tripping already. We already.
This is a lot happening.
Ray said China looking like the Blair Witch Project, didn't it?
Oh my gosh.
It's all good. It's all good. So, excuse me. Yeah, that's one of this is one of them topics tonight, y'all, that y'all already know. We get to feeling some type of way, and we want to catch the narc cheating. We want to catch the cheater cheating on us, don't we? Don't we want to catch the cheater though? Because we want to catch the cheater because we want to bust the cheater out and tell the cheater, you a cheater, you a liar, you a cheat, and you ain't no good, and you going to hell, and your mama dress you funny, and we want to catch them so bad, don't we?
Because we think they're gonna change. Like we don't even know why we want to catch them.
There you go. Because look, because we ain't gonna leave them. we gonna say we gonna leave. We'll say we gonna leave. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna just this PSA, public service announcement. If you actually are gonna leave somebody, just PSA, y'all. And narcs know this. You're not going to announce it. When you leave, it's not going to be an announcement.
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be over, right? Because you have decided what you're gonna do, and now it's just time to just show and tell. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm about to show you better than I can tell you. I'm gonna let you just keep on thinking whatever you want to think. I'm gonna let you do whatever you're trying to do. Keep on being slick, because it ain't nothing worse than somebody playing, just being slick. They think they slick. They think you stupid. For real, for real. They really feel like, oh, you don't really know. You really don't know what I'm doing. You really don't know. But the whole time, and this is the thing, when you don't really, when you don't have that level of self-control, you want to tell them everything you know. You're going to spill the case right there. You ain't even you think you got your case airtight. Oh, I got you this time. I got you this time. Listen, you lose every case and you wonder, why do I keep losing these cases? I thought my case was airtight. I thought I had them. I caught them in red-handed. They was cheating. I got the IDs. I saw y'all. I got pictures. And the narc get out of it every time. You got pictures of what? You got pictures of me?
That's how
we wasn't even doing nothing. We was just playing with you.
Our clothes fell off. We had to change. Like you interrupting, like I'm trying to help them get dressed, and here you come cracking crazy. You know, when you're dealing with the devil and lying spirits, it's not even worth confronting, because the only thing that's going to happen is they gonna make a crap show out of you. Like they about to tap dance on your whole reality. That's what they do. You know, it's like, okay, you seen us with no clothes on, so what you trying to say? Like, it wasn't like we was on top of each other. You know, they gonna say whatever extreme you catch them in, they gonna make you ziggity boo. And then they gonna say something about, well, are you taking some medicine? Or maybe if you don't have medicine, you should go to a doctor and get some medicine. Maybe you should get therapy. Maybe it's that insecurity.
There you go. I was waiting on that one. Or you gonna get the infamous, why are you so insecure? Why are you so insecure? Because, and guys, so they weaponize insecure against you like something wrong with you because you feel insecure. Let me help y'all out with something real quick. Do you understand what insecure means? Insecure means I'm not secure. It means that I don't have a reason to trust you.
Exactly.
I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, when someone calls you insecure, because you believe they're cheating on you, you see a change in their patterns. The thing is, they really think it's like this. In their mind, they're getting away with everything. They don't think that you notice the small things. They don't think that you notice, like, wow, you're getting a lot shorter on our conversations. You used to have time and now you don't have time. You doing different things that you weren't doing before. You're telling me different things that you never were involved with before. Guys, they're going to show you who they are. I got you,
Mm-hmm.
child. I got you.
I just answered Rochelle, like, do they out cheat? Yeah, they do. They really do. If they don't, if they like disabled or physically can't, get out and do the act, or they look horrible, then they'll do it like either through adult sites, or they'll do it through some type of dating apps or DMs. They might even have an AI girlfriend or boyfriend. They gonna have something else that they gonna give more time and attention to than you.
There you go. A Will. Will is an investigator. A Will. Put some signs in the chat, man. I want everybody to do that. In the chat, I want y'all to put some signs that you noticed that the narc was cheating. One of the first things that you thought about, what happened, because it's always just going to be something really subtle and you feel it. And they're looking at you like something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. You haven't caught me yet. That's really all they're saying, that you haven't even caught me yet.
Mm-hmm.
You have not caught me yet. So I'm not caught. So what's wrong with you? You crazy. You crazy. Something wrong with you. And then you got to go through all of this back and forth, to prove to this person that, that it ain't you. You're not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It you all right, China? China, you all right in there? Okay, there she go. There she go. I mean, the thing is you got to look at when you see something, you owe it to yourself. When you see something, you owe it to yourself to say, excuse me, that's what this is. I notice something don't feel right. And guys, when it don't feel right, we usually want to wait till we got some hardcore evidence, right?
Yeah.
Your hardcore evidence is that day that you feeling uneasy about that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's your hardcore evidence. We got to stop waiting for you to walk into them with somebody naked, pretending that they not doing nothing.
But it's like you said, like, we don't leave the narcissist because of the cheating. That's the small part. That's the small part. We leave the narcissist because of the thieving, the sabotaging, the lying, the deceitful acts, the stealing. Like what I said, the stealing, the everything, the stuff breaking down in your house, just all the destruction that come with them, the constant
Mhm.
court crap you're gonna go through when dealing with an art, just how your life fall apart. All of that combined with the cheating is the reason why we leave. The cheating usually can go on and on and on for years because you get used to the ups and downs that come with that, and it sucks. It's horrible. Nobody should ever tolerate any cheating.
There you go. There
But
you
when you
go.
tolerate it, now you got a higher level of disrespect that is your new standard. Like, okay, since you put
Ooh.
hands on, I'm gonna leave.
Hold up. We got some good answers in the chat on this one tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold up. We got Keisha said they start smelling different.
They do. The onions and the foul
Ooh,
smell.
Monique said the narc told me, I'm not cheating on you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you all the time. We didn't have sex for 6 months. Told me it was menopause. It was menopause.
I
He
come
said
home every
menopause.
night, don't I?
He said menopause.
Oh
Goodness
gosh.
gracious. Christina said,
See,
mine
but you
said
know
happy
what?
birthday to the girl he paid for on a peace site, but always forgot my birthday. Goodness gracious. They
But
travel
you
out of
know what?
town alone. They become annoyed with you for minor reasons. They oh my goodness, they're manscaping all of a sudden. You got to keep it nice and tight, nice and neat. Whoo, man, that's the painful one right there. When you see, they be like, whoa, 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 whoa. What when we start? What? Because you know the stuff they doing for this other person, they wasn't doing with you. So now you like, whoa, man. Always got their phone face down. Oh boy,
But
changed
you know
from
what?
dressing up and shower extra, shaving all of the body parts.
Can you
Wow.
guys hear me at all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
go
hear
ahead,
you.
China.
We hear you. What you
Oh
say, China? Speak
no,
to the
I was
people,
gonna.
China. We ain't heard you say nothing tonight.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say sometimes they don't break from the norm because that's what happened in my situation where, I told y'all we had sex 2 days before he disappeared. So I mean, it's not always the signs there, and then sometimes we ignore that as well. And like
Mm-hmm.
Keisha said, the more disrespect you tolerate, the higher it gets. And when you tolerate someone cheating on you, that they lose all respect for you. There's nothing that you can say or do to get that person to ever respect you again, especially for
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And that's the thing. Once they start cheating on you and you find out
Right.
and you stay, whoo, good gosh. It don't stop. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody that just stopped with it ever. I ain't gonna say it can't stop because you don't want to speak indefinites, right? But it can't stop. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Because you have just now shown them your pain tolerance, that you have a high level of pain tolerance,
There you
because
go.
betrayal is a big one. And when you are willing to stay, a person can say, well, I could do it again. They ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna stay, they gonna cry, then they gonna take me back, and they gonna forgive me, and then they just keep doing it over and over again.
Mm. 611 G Rain said, God woke me up out my sleep and told me to go out there and check in that console in the truck, and bam. Second
Nah.
cell phone. Got phone number 2 up in the truck. Ah, boy. And then the thing about it is, it's like when you see that, man, I know your heart drop when you see that second phone, because you know what it is. You know
Yeah.
what it is. You know what it means. And then, Lord have mercy, please don't go through it. Whew.
They just gonna say somebody else had their phone. That's it.
That
They
ain't
got a
my
lie for
phone. That's
everything.
somebody else.
They the most leaving a phone in somebody's car than I've ever met in my life. Like the phone is in a friend car. I don't have my phone. Somebody else had my phone. The stuff you seen in there, that was when they had my phone. All of that stuff, like they have a lie for everything. It's
Everything.
just you got to make up in your mind. Once they meet that criteria that they are narc, it does
Mhm.
not get better, and you are out. You don't
That's
even
it.
have to give them a reason. You don't even have to catch them cheating. They be like, "Why are you leaving? You a narc. You met criteria. I gotta go. This is not gonna work." And it have to be that way because they will destroy your life. They get off on that. Like Favor, I think it was Flavor Flav's son or something. One of them a narcissist, and he got a channel or something. But he was talking. He did an interview, and he was talking to these women like they were believers, like Christian women, and he was saying, he was like, oh, like we love destroying y'all. Like we love to break you down like a Christmas tree. Because if we can, we'll tell you like, oh man, we love God. We know the scriptures. He said, I studied every religion. He know the scriptures to tell you. He know all of this stuff. And man, I want to have a family. I want to have a baby and do all of that because they know if they can get you in the bedroom and trauma bond you, then they got
Mhm.
you. And he said, it's such a, he's like, we really demons. Like we really get a rush out of that, out of destroying somebody, especially if they had like this high integrity, or they had these values, or they was like educated or something, or they was pretty or whatever. He's like, we love tearing you down and breaking you apart
Mm.
for just because like that's how we feed whatever's inside of us. And he said, and we'll do all of this stuff. And he was talking about, we do have the grades, like this is grade A supply, grade B, C, and D. He was like, but grade A, that just means you the biggest dummy. Like that means you gonna be the one that's gonna do whatever I say. I'm gonna break you down more and more and more. As longer you stay in it, yeah, you're gonna move up to grade A because you're the biggest dummy. And he was proud of that. And he was like, I'm trying to help y'all not do this, but I'm just telling you, like, this is what we plan. Like, we just study it and we just think, like, if we can get this person and break them down, boom, that's a strike on our belt. That's it. And that's all. It is no love. They was like, we can't feel love. Like, we might think it for a minute. Oh, we love this person. He was like, but then we remember, wait, we don't even know what that feel like. We about to tear down this person. That's some crazy stuff. His interview
Yeah, I
is
remember.
crazy.
Yeah, I thought I was in love, but then I remember I don't even know what that feel like.
You know what that is? Let me tear this person down. And
Like,
that's
man, what is
it.
that?
And then he was like, man, we like to break you down to nothing. Make sure you don't have nothing. And that's
Zero.
like crazy.
Zero.
Yeah.
Wow. My main man, Lawless. Thanks for that super chat, champ. Lawless said, my daughter told me that mommy's boyfriend pulled her aside and asked, how the hell did your daddy deal with her for 17 years? He don't understand how. And you know what? Thanks for that, Lawless, because man, it's like we be really believing, ladies and gentlemen, y'all really be believing because it looked like they together, it looked like they gonna stay together or something like that. We really be believing that it's gonna work, it's gonna be together. We do. We really be believing like they making it, man. They doing it, and it must have been me. That's the first person y'all attack is yourself. It must be me because they look happy over there. And if it wasn't me, then they wouldn't look happy, would they? And the whole time, that y'all thinking they not going through nothing, man. They fighting, arguing. It's crazy chaos everywhere because the new person is trying to pretend. They trying to act like it ain't what it is. They want to make it look like, nah, I'm a perfect candidate. I ain't like your ex. Because of course they done told all kind of crazy lies about you. They have told everybody it was you crazy, and you too this, and you are all of that, and all of these other things. And they done told these people this. And now that everybody's seeing everything come to a head. Excuse me, y'all. My eye.
Yeah, right.
But I had something in my eye there. Now that they done told everybody that you crazy, they realize they gonna look crazy in a minute. They realize that everybody that knows them sees that, hold on, wasn't you just in a relationship with this person over here? Guys, I'm telling y'all, man, we get too caught up, too concerned with what we look like at the end of that entanglement and how they look. We the only ones that think, guys, listen to me. We are the only ones that truly believe that the narc is over there happy somewhere with somebody. We the only ones that believe that mess. Everybody else that knows them, they see the turmoil. They see the situation falling apart, bursting at the seams. They hear about the disagreements, the arguments, the back and forth. They see it and hear all of it.
They know
it ain't like that.
And I think, can you send CJ the link? He just got in there.
Okay.
To join since China left. And then I wanted to say, like, and this how you know, like, I actually, from the first mother-in-law, the ex-mother-in-law, she actually like called after a decade and was just like saying how thankful she was, because it's so much worse what her son is going through. Like that, the other one, that the person that they left with, I'm telling you, when they into like witchcraft and spiritualism, they taking that family through like all kinds of hell. And that family, the new, what we call the new supply, they really want them back with you, but don't do it because that's a trap. But they really see like how horrible that situation is. Like they probably fighting all the time. Like we think it's bliss. No, they got with somebody that like and tolerate this crap.
That's it.
Somebody that will take everybody out to the street, want everybody fighting, want to mess up everybody's credit, do all of that stuff. That's what they do. And they just got somebody that's going to go there with them. That's going to scheme with them.
That's it. That's it. That, guys, at best, the best thing that's happening over there is that you believe it. You believe the lie. You believe the lie. Everybody else knows it's a lie. And guys, all of this long term, they gonna make it. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. The loving is the best that they ever had. You're gonna see all of that fall completely apart. Completely. Yeah. But the thing is, man, you cannot just sit back and look at them and think that, you know, at some point, you know, they gonna get it.
They gonna get it.
They got it together. They somehow
none of them ever got it together. I'm just saying, after 20 years plus, almost 30 years, never got it together. They still living in that same time zone, that same time loop. If it was like a high school thing, they still living in high school. If it was like a first job, whatever they was talking about in the 90s or early 2000s, they still there. You know, it's nothing that has changed about anything that they do. So they narking, however you met them and they narking, that's where they stay. They don't evolve.
They're not going to. It's just not going to happen. The evolution, again, it's just in your mind. It's in your mind. You're thinking, you know, they done went out here and changed and, you know, they got it together, you know, and they didn't. And then the new person, they trying to figure out what's going on with them. Because we believe that they true to the new person. Y'all know why y'all believe that they true to the new person? Because then that's when they start cutting you off.
Yeah.
But they ain't true to nobody. They ain't true to nobody. They ain't true to nothing. That's not how they work. That's not who they are. Their entire attitude is, man, you know what? I'm gonna run to this person. I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna run over there. Anybody that's gonna put up with this bull, anybody that, and I hate to use this because it's so true. Anybody with operating on a low frequency, I'm gonna say it like that. Anybody operating on a low frequency or that is susceptible to downgrading themselves to a lower frequency.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to just demote themselves, come on, CJ. There you go.
I would say a lot of people with unhealed trauma. I would say if you have you high risk for them if you have unhealed trauma, because they seek out to form like a trauma bond, and you got to have a wound there for them to kind of manipulate. So when you got something going on, even if you might not know, you might think you healed, but they've been listening to the story, so they know like, oh, there's an opening there. That's usually how they kind of get in, because they feed to that, like they're the solution for that.
Right.
And that put anybody at risk. Like you can be the most successful and still miss it if you ain't dealt with this unhealed trauma, like some, you know, family stuff or however. But that's what they look for.
Yeah.
And then they go in for the kill. It's horrible.
Christina said, "What's up, CJ? How you feel, champ?
Am I on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hear you. Yes, sir.
I'm still trying to adjust my little camera.
Okay, get it right,
Okay.
get it tight. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Christina says the healing process takes so long, even though I'm not meeting with him anymore for a year. He's still keeping contact through text. Woo, but the healing takes years. I feel like I'm so behind and just say, yeah, because every time that joker reaches out and he still can send that text to you, you
Yeah.
starting all over again. Every time you reconnect with them, you are starting all over again.
And it's like a demonic energy. Like if they're not blocked, there's still like this energy cord that's still tethering to you. And
That's right.
that still keep your mind in ziggity boo land. Like just even seeing a message from them can set you back in your
Yep.
healing. It can get you ruminating. It can get you because they send dumb stuff like send you out or just some crazy stuff. Just so you thinking like, oh man, is
Mhm.
this crack, like if he's sitting up here in my neighborhood or how would he see, like they'll just say something random just so you can be confused in your mind, and then that can keep you thinking about them, and they can do that every so often. They time it out, so then in a year or so they come back around and they start tearing you down again because they done with the other one, they ready to hoover. So cutting them off, you will really feel a shift in your healing because you cutting that energy cord, period. Like you
Yeah.
setting the tone,
Mhm.
like they not getting through no matter what. Period. You cut off. Done. Like there's no
There you
reason to
go.
talk.
Right.
Listen, if you're not able, well, if you really want out, and Christina, I agree with you because it does take a couple years. However, when I say it takes a couple years, it shouldn't ever be a situation where you know you starting all over every year to try to get out of something that's going to take you a long time to totally be out of. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm talking about to be at that place where you can be happy for that person if they were in something decent. You could be friends with that person if they could act like a human being long enough for you to be a friend to that person. I'm not trying to tell y'all to go over there and try to be their friend, okay? That is
It
not
don't
what I'm
work.
saying to you.
It won't
It's
work.
it's, it's never gonna work. It cannot work because they never were that, and they never will be that.
No.
I'm saying, but you got to still always be the person that you are. You want good things to come back to you, just keep on putting good things out there because that's how the universe works. You got to
Yeah.
get back what you put out there. And remember, that's how they are. When they out there
Right.
doing all this crazy stuff, doing whatever, living their life like they don't care about what's going to happen, they have to get that back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And you cannot protect them from it. As a matter of fact, that's what oftentimes what we're trying to do because you always trying to fix them. You always trying
Yep.
to fix everything that they break. And then you wondering why your life start looking crazy. Because you keep on jumping right in the middle of it because you determine I'm going to help them out and we're going to get it together and it's going to be like this and it's going, man, leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Let them be what,
you do spend most of the time putting out little fires that they start.
yes,
Yeah.
that's your position. They break it, you fix it.
Fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
And
That's it.
the ones with the small children, like for the females, I'm telling you, parent act. Like we have a lot of compassion and sympathy and everything because we're like, oh, you want them with the kids, blah blah blah. They don't love them kids. That is not in their DNA. It's just not like that. They will weaponize the children. This is what you got to look forward to if you keep communication open. You got to look forward to them bringing somebody else to like a child's birthday party, and that can even be cordial, but they gonna do it in the most disrespectful way. Like they gonna sit up there and do the most, and they gonna have you getting out of character and wanting to like start a fight. They can't wait to do that. They gonna
Mhm.
they going
Ooh.
to set the child up like, all right, I'm gonna come and do this stuff, and then don't show up and then blame you. You know, it's like so many things that happens with them when it's just like communication open. When
Hey,
they on a parent app, it's just strictly because they know the court gonna see that. So they
that's,
just, yeah.
hey, that's crazy because I'm sitting up here watching what is it, Daddy's Little Girls, the Tyler Perry movie,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm laughing at the simp. What was it? The lady's boyfriend, the gangster, the simp gangster. And when they was in the
Oh
hospital,
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, and he kept trying to, yeah, how she really didn't care about them kids, but she was willing to start all the drama that she could with the daddy, to throw him off track, and
There you go.
I'm just really laughing at I'm
There you
laughing
go.
at the gangster Simps character that he played, man.
But you
It kind of
know,
Mm-hmm.
remind me of that
that
what you just
that's
said.
that's another
Yeah.
sign. That's another sign too, guys. That's another sign of narcs cheating, man. When they start that argument, and you trying to figure out where this come from. Like, how did we
Right.
even get into this silly conversation? Guys, let me say this again, man. I'm gonna keep reiterating this for you. It may disqualify people out of your life in an early stage. But a lot of times, man, we be wondering, how do you know this person ain't a narc? And how do you know this person is decent? And how do you pick the right person? If you're dealing with somebody
Right.
early on, and yet they have these conversations where you cannot have any type of this dialogue back and forth without tension building.
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
Mhm.
listen, that ain't by accident. People don't just start stuff like that for nothing. Think about how many times you started an argument. You know that it's a sensitive topic with somebody, and you gonna go continue. You know this person doesn't like red strawberries, and you determine. Well, I saw some red strawberries on the word way over here today, and my goodness, they look
Yeah.
good. And you know they got a problem with that, and you just gonna keep harping and harping on. So, and I'm saying that to say, when they attack, see it as an attack because they know what they're doing. They're not just picking this conversation with you just randomly.
Mm-mm.
It's not. Somebody that wants to get along with you, guys, even if they don't agree with you, they just gonna agree, baby. I just agree to disagree. That's all. I mean, it ain't gonna make me stop
All right.
liking you because we disagree. But they don't want to disagree like that. They want to disagree with you in a way that causes friction so that there will be separation so that they can creep off and do what they got to do. See, they buying time.
Yeah. A
So,
narc thrives like that. They thrive in confusion and chaos. Like the
yeah.
one of the main demonic powers inside of them is eros, which they call that other kind of love, but it's chaos, and it thrives in chaos. And the worst thing you can do is just be like a very neutral, chill person, because then the argument would be like if you just look at them like I can't, like you just looking at them, they'll be like, well, you don't care about me because you ain't responding. You don't care about me. You're not saying nothing. So you don't have nothing to say. You don't have nothing. They will keep provoking until they get a reaction because to them, you losing your mind and getting out of character is so-called eros love to them. Like they feel like they have control over your emotions. And then they get the
Mhm.
smirk because that demon just got fed and they gratified. And it is crazy.
There you
It's,
go.
they
it's, it's just total insanity.
they really be out of touch with you
Yeah.
until you react to something they say or do. Because
Hmm.
anytime I was chilling with this particular narcissist, anytime I was chilling and laid back, you know what I mean, she would just look at me and say, "What are you thinking? What are you thinking?" And it got so bad to where I told her, "Man, stop asking me what am I thinking." It's almost like there was no connection unless I told her what was on my mind at that time. You know what I mean? Real weird like that, man. Man, sometimes I'll be like, man,
That's the question.
the
That's
stuff
the
I
question you
experienced was
can
so
never answer. What you thinking? Because it'll never be the right thing. That's
the
a trap question.
yeah, but the stuff I experienced was so weird, man. I be wondering if I could even express it in a video. It's very, it's just weird, man. I dealt with a weird, like,
No, 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 no,
you
no.
remember,
You gotta be conscious of that and be taking mental notes when of what you
Yeah.
seeing and what you're hearing, your experience, because trust and believe you will see that behavior guys. If you live long enough, you're going to see that behavior again and again, and you have to be able to identify it and say, oh, that's what that is, let me keep it moving.
Hmm.
she was so, it's almost like her mind. Have you ever seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? What's his
Mm-hmm.
girl cousin's name? Is it, what's her name? Hillary? What's the
Hillary,
Hillary.
girl?
Yeah.
Hillary,
And you know
Yeah.
how they could be talking about something and she'll just blurt out something silly
yeah.
out of
Right.
nowhere.
Right.
And they
Yeah.
would look at her like, what? And she'll be like, kind of like confused and lost, and she might walk off and stumble off. Man, she
Hmm.
used to do stuff like that and everything. You know what I mean? Like they will embarrass you because you will be so
Yeah.
embarrassed about how this person behaves. But
There you go.
that's when she used to be in her act like a white girl character, because that's how she used, that's the persona she used to play. You know what I mean? So we could be
Mm-hmm.
talking about, we could be talking about anything, man, and she'd just blurt out something completely off subject, like it was something else on her mind, and it just came out. She thought that it was a way for her to get in the conversation and look cool or something, but it was like
Mm-hmm.
everybody
Just
be looking
way
at each
off.
other like, where did that come from? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else experience that to where the narcissist will
Yeah.
just blurt
We
out
had a
stuff
barbecue.
sometimes?
Absolutely.
The narcissist
Absolutely.
different race. He was like, we used to own slaves. What is, it's like, why would you say something like that? That is like the most inappropriate thing to say. But they do that because it's part of the humiliation ritual. They may not know
There
it
you
because
go.
they kind of blind witchcraft. They don't know they practice in black magic the way that they doing, but they are. And part of the humiliation ritual is to sit there, and while you're like with family, or even if you had a function, you take them to a function. Oh my gosh, they will do the most embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
Like they might put
Mm.
some straws in their nose or something, and you at a professional event. They gonna do something to humiliate you because they know now when you go home, that's the fight. The fight that might be able to get them that space so they can go out and cheat. The fight to get them that stone cold and that stone cold stuff they're about to do to
Mm-hmm.
you. That's gonna be that fight because you're gonna go home like, why would you say that? Oh, there you go. I was trying to participate with you, and there you go again. Da, da. This is all a demonic setup. Everything about it is strategic. They know exactly
Oh,
what they say. And
oh
when they
yeah.
say,
Oh
they are
yeah.
very calculated people when it comes to evil, they are very smart in that regards. Not smart in other
They
areas. But with
originated.
evil, they got
They
supernatural help when it comes to
originated.
that evil.
They
Yeah, they really
originated.
calculated. All of a sudden, they can be dumb as a doorknob, man. But when it comes to calculating their evil, they are
There
very
you go.
calculated
Yeah.
with that,
And then,
man.
and also, you got
Yeah.
to look at how every time in the relationship that you try to do something nice. Y'all ever notice they never try to outdo you? Yeah, anybody ever notice that? They never tried to outdo you when it came to
No, they
doing
try to
stuff, nice
ruin
stuff
it.
to each other.
Well,
But
you
if
can
it
really notice
came
that.
down to being wicked, though,
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoo, you
that's
in a
one way to know if you
complete
got a covert
diplomacy.
narcissistic friend. It's a one-way friendship. You will look out for this person, give them rides, loan them money. They never pay it back. They don't do anything for you at all. And another sign of a narcissist is they instead of appreciating what you do for them, saying thank you, they always act like it's never enough. They almost they try to downplay it. You know what I mean? make you
Mm-hmm.
feel like they really not impressed. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, that's how
Mm-hmm.
they get you to work
That's
harder
that's
to
it. No matter what you do, that's how they keep you going. Like, oh
yeah,
man, that
yeah,
wasn't nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
That
yeah,
was I do that all the time. That ain't,
yeah,
that ain't what you
yeah.
talking about.
They don't do nothing
Rockwell.
for you.
Rockwell. Mwah. Thanks for the super chat, Rockwell. Rockwell said, hey fam, 1 year divorced and free on 10/8. Hugs family. Yes, indeedy. Congratulations
Yay.
on getting your life back. Because man, that ain't no who dog barking in the background. Who's that?
Probably not.
Oh,
Let
your dog.
me see.
You sitting there looking like you don't know whose dog it is. You listening to the
I
dog
didn't forget that
barking
dog
in the
here. Man, they would chip that dog
oh,
in
terrible.
the
Terrible. Thanks for that super chat, Grace. Grace said,
yeah.
it's been a couple of months. My ex has not reached out. I know I should not care, but has me wondering, did he really change? And is he happy? Help me not care. Help me not care. Grace, Grace, Grace. Is he hasn't reached out? Is it getting better? Is he doing well somewhere? At the end of the day, let's look at this. Was the person good to you? Did the person make you feel
Let me get
better
my
than you ever felt before? Did the person give you everything that you wanted? Were they everything you ever wanted? Were you getting reciprocity in the relationship, in the entanglement? Were you getting
Were you really
reciprocity?
dealing with a real narcissist, or did you just have an ending of a bad relationship?
There you go.
let's see.
If you
And
really was dealing with a
even if it's just
narcissist,
a bad relationship,
All right,
the
here we
thing
go.
about it is, if it's just a bad relationship, no matter what, that relationship was bad. If that person did, let's just suppose, just for argument's sake, which it doesn't happen, but let's just
Right.
suppose, let's walk into fairyland for a second and say that
Lulu.
this person who was no good to you turned around and was good to somebody else, right? Now, first and foremost, let me just say that that ain't never happened. I ain't never heard of nothing like that happening before. Somebody that was no good, I mean, dog somebody, and then turn around and went to somebody else and turned completely around. No, it doesn't happen that way, y'all. It never has, and I don't think it ever will. Okay,
I can
because
answer
people
this
are who
for
they are.
Grace. I can answer this. This is how narcs do. They are in Delulu land. So right now, just because it's been a couple months, they probably got somebody that's like really on them or stalkerish. But they always hoover. They can hoover years later. They don't care about nobody. All they care about is supply. And if they left it to where it was so messed up, where they know they're not going to be able to like get access to your resources right away, because that's all they want is your resources, then they're going to wait it out. They're going to let you develop this longing for them, okay, this longing, and
Come on.
then they're going to come back when you're vulnerable and try to act like it's everything that you want to be. And I've learned my lesson because I went did something so horrible and all of this stuff, and I just want my family back. However they want to say, they're gonna say all kind of stuff. But you gotta
I like that one,
understand,
Keith.
you dealing with the devil, okay, with a capital D. This thing is not changing. They don't change ever. They stay stuck in whatever time loop you left them in. So whatever they was doing, the little raggedy cheating and all that stuff, it's probably worse. Like if they was just cheating, they gonna be cheating and they gonna be on drugs when they come back.
Come on.
Or they gonna be cheating
man.
and something else going on. They gonna have some type of crazy disease or something.
That's
It's like
hard.
they not coming back in a better position
Come
when they
on.
come back to you. They
Hold it,
didn't went out
hold it.
there and
Slow
got
that down.
worse.
Slow that down, because that's something we have not talked about that before. And y'all, we got to step right into that conversation. everybody that's waiting on the narc to come back, and you think that because they're back, you got the same person that you were dealing with before. Every narc that comes back, they coming back less. They coming back less of a person. They not coming back as the same person that they left as. No, you are not going to get that person back in your life. When they leave, they're coming back as something almost extraterrestrial.
They
Gonna
they
be
they they
slower.
have a different. Well, they have a different character that they play with each person that they deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you deal with them again and they come back to you, you're going to kind of see that they're a different person as
Mm-hmm.
far as a different character, but the behavior gets worse in time.
There you
And they
go.
also going to devalue you a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
They may love bomb you, and you're going to get that little high because you're just going to be happy that you got them back and all that, but they really it's they're going to be worse. They're going to do the same thing to you over because, for one, they don't respect you. After all
Yeah.
they did to you and you dealing with them again, the fact that you even talk to them again,
There you go.
they
That
don't
part.
respect you. So why would you even deal with
Man.
somebody that don't respect you because they know that you shouldn't be dealing with them in the first place? If we really dealing with real narcs here, you know what I mean? Because the thing now, every time somebody break up with somebody, it's a narc. They were a narcissist. Every end of the end of a
Yeah.
lot of
Well, hold up.
relationships
Hold up
end
though.
bad.
But you know what?
What?
Now, look, we gotta acknowledge that too. Because
Yeah.
we try not to just put the word out there like it is, but at the end of the day, you gotta call a spade too. We
Yeah,
can't just we can't just not call them what they are because
Right.
they lying, cheating, stealing, and everything else from them. And this is my thing: when two people in a relationship just don't see eye to eye, or maybe the attraction was lost, right?
yeah, that can
When
happen.
those people, when they break up, it's not going to be a breakup that was lying, cheating, stealing, fighting, arguing, disrespect. It ain't going to be none of that. It's not going to
Triangulation.
be none of that. Nah, when two people with some respect for one another and respect for themselves break up
Yeah.
and get out of a relationship, nah, it's not going to be none of that. So to say you were dealing with the narc, if you went there fighting each other, y'all trying to stab each other, you fighting, stabbing, biting,
It's a
chewing police. Look,
narcopolis.
you got police reports and you got court dates and you got everything in the book that's foul going on. Please don't try to call that person normal, because normal people end up dating that
Right.
fool again and don't know. I wish we could put tags on narcs.
You
I
got
wish we
to.
could put tags on them, because honestly, people, when you
Yeah.
meet people, they should come with a reference. They should
Or
come with a
something.
book of reference that you could look and say, whoa, 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 what? No,
We are in an apocalypse. I can't say that. We are in an apocalypse. There is an explosion of narcissists because of social media. Narcissists is really a lot of self-idolatry. So because they got the platforms now, we just seeing what was in them come out. So that's all bad design. But that's people are these type of characters that got this stuff in their DNA and they just evil. It's different than just being with somebody that is not a narcissist and it's just a horrible situation. Like, it's different levels to toxicity. The thing that make them a narcissist is a level of evil that shows a lack of remorse. They have
Sadistic.
no remorse for what they do. They're sadistic, and it's some sadistic people that might like feel bad after they do some things. Like, it's the remorse factor, the moral compass. So that in a conscious where somebody might do something horrible, like, man, this just didn't feel right, and they like really feeling bummed out, like, I stole a candy bar, that's horrible. They feel bad. Narcissists don't feel anything. They actually feel gratified on the brain scan. It lights up with happiness and joy when they do evil things to people. That is how they get pleasure doing evil. And that's what makes these people different. And it's a surge. Because we live in when we live in a psychopathic type of nation, like you got to see what's going on with the leadership when this stuff is like a principality on a higher level, Jazzy up in the White House doing crap. That shows what how a narcissist is. Like they want to let's cut out of healthcare. Don't give a crap. It's like all of this stuff that is happening to people, and this horrible, things that we're seeing, like even like with the raids and the children, all of this stuff they're doing, and they don't give a crap. They actually laughing and gloating about it. That's how narcissists are. They have no remorse. They actually get joy, and they think about what can I do next to make this person break even more, because I think I can get better and make it even worse for them.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
yeah, it's that
And
sadistic
the
pleasure.
children are on the line, like they literally, I'm just from a family perspective, like they will literally keep you away from the parent that actually give a crap for you, because they just wanted to hurt them, where they just like,
That's it.
okay, they bought you this gift, let me rip that up. That's what they gonna do. And they
Yeah,
just want you to suffer.
yeah. Like I said, I think when one of the lives I did with you, Harry, my daughter explained to me how she used to break my daughter's toys and hide them from her.
Hmm.
But she would hide it in a place to where when my daughter finally found it and seen that the toy was broken,
Mm-hmm.
she got sadistic pleasure from that. They get
Mm-hmm.
sadistic pleasure from just. This is how you
Hurting
can
you.
tell you're dealing with a narc at the beginning too. At the beginning, when you're talking to them, they have this "I want you to chase me" thing going on,
Hmm.
and that's them letting you know from the very beginning that that situation is going to be toxic. Anybody that wants you to chase them,
Hmm.
what they doing is they breaking you down from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They getting you to disrespect yourself.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so that's not a healthy situation. You don't want to chase nobody. I know some people think playing the thing now with the dating coaches and all this, everybody think like playing some type of mental head game is what, man, don't play no mental head games with me. I am, because out of self-respect, I'm just not going to deal with you. Don't deal with nobody that wants to enter a situation with you, a relationship with you, that wants to play any type of head games.
There you go.
You let them deal with their own control issues, their own insecurities, and their own desire for power
There you
and
go.
control over other people. You let them deal with that themselves. I know she might be cute, she might be fine, or he might be whatever, but no, you don't want nobody breaking you down like that at the beginning of getting
Right.
to know them.
There
You
you
know what
go.
I mean?
They With narcissists, like what I find kind of different, as far as like just seeing the patterns. And I try to use like the females in the family, because because it's guys on here too, so I'm trying to see how how they do. They don't really like nobody, because to them, everybody, what they do is it's multiple people that they are engaging with,
That's what I
and
want to
then
say. They sleeping
whoever
with,
is,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and it's like the main person be like that bad chick. If it's a female, this is only speaking for the ones that I know. They got a friend, the female friend, that's they doing other things with that friend, so that they cooler with them than with the guy. With the guy, they just want somebody that is like sitting in their face all the time. Like they'll bring different ones to different functions, but the guy usually just sit there and be looking at them, and they be doing all of this dancing and talking, and it's so weird, because you just got your guy friend and then your best friend that's a female, and they got in a triangle, and they just sitting there listening to you talk. Like that's just weird. But that's the kind of stuff with a narcissist female, what they do. And when they get in a guy hooked, they really it's really like a kind of this toxic stuff in the beginning, but it seems like fun or drama, but they always got somebody that can scheme and they try to meet a guy's need. Like, oh, you need this. I got somebody that can hook this up for you. And then you get so like caught up in the rush of getting the hookups because they good at finding the hookups in the beginning and they doing all this stuff. Like my niece a cook. She's like, oh, I cook real. She can cook too. She can cook. She'll cook real good for like a couple days. After that, that's it. You ain't getting nothing else but an attitude. Everybody always want me to cook and da 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 da. That's how they do the guys. But the guys know the potential because they know, hey, this girl cooked this real good meal. Oh, she did all of this. She gonna be the one. Like I can do the home wife thing and all of that. That's how they think.
They do
Because
the
they gonna
same
keep
thing.
doing.
They do the same thing with sex.
Yeah, that's
Well,
some that's
they
like
might
cooking.
blow your socks off,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, they don't like that. You move
Mm-mm.
too fast. You move too slow.
Because
Uh,
everything
I
is
don't like
fake.
that position. I don't like this position. Make you feel like you doing too damn much. But at
Because
first, it was all good. That's how they get you to feel kind of like doubt yourself. You
because
know
a
what I
lot of
mean?
times with narc women, it's fake. It's like it's fake. Everything is an act, and they can like put their mind somewhere else, and the act just happened. Guys get more out of that stuff. Like when it comes to narcissistic females, I told you they can have a homegirl over there that they really kind of kicking with more than a guy. They just like gotta do what I gotta do because I'm gonna be hitting them up on that cash app for $5, for $10, for $20. They got to know who they can hit up to eat their meals. Like I'm gonna need some food, so they got in their categories. I know if I get an argument, then this guy gonna send me $10 cash app, $20 cash app. So every day until I go back. But while they doing that, they stand somewhere else in this toxic stuff, and that's they just monopolizing. But really, they're very unstable. They're borderline homeless all the time and they're looking for people to pay their way. And that is what the whole game is about. It ain't got nothing to do with feelings. It ain't got nothing to do with pleasure or nothing like that. Everything is an act. They would hoop and holler. They would do whatever flip position somebody want, but they know they're not going to keep that up. They just got to get the hook in. That's it.
That's all. That's all they worrying about. Rosalie, thanks for the super chat, Rosalie. Rosalie said, "Just send love, hurry on the group chat and the fam."
Thanks.
But then Rosalie came right back and said, "The word tells us that the demon leaves the person and comes back with worse demons than itself, and and then enters the person because they rejected God." Good God Almighty.
Narcs are fully demonized. Like they twitch and everything. They manifest. And you ever seen a narcissist manifest? It's like crazy. Like they are fully demonized.
They coming back with and that's what we were talking about earlier. When they coming back less than. They not coming back the same person. They surely not coming back a better person. A narc is not coming back to you a better person. They're coming back with all of this other baggage. They coming back slower. They coming back less than.
And that's part of their curse.
Better mannered.
That's part of their curse. They don't learn from their past experiences.
Ooh, did y'all hear that? He said they don't learn.
Yeah.
Meaning they gonna do the same thing over and over and over. That's all it's gonna be. That's their entire life. Learning the same lesson, relearning the same lesson.
That's why they have to keep pulling people sources of supply in to hold them up to keep them from sinking. They have learned really how to they have mastered how to use people as pawns to get ahead. And you will watch them do that. Like, wow, they keep people around feeling sorry for them, helping them,
Come on.
because they can be very charming
Come on.
and very flattering sometimes to people to get what they want.
There
but
you go.
they don't really keep. A lot of their relationships are very superficial.
Hmm.
They will eventually end up alone. This is
Come
the
on.
person that will go from group to group. They do
Yeah.
embarrassing things. These are the people that get on social media, and I know we probably normal people do this too because things don't always work out. But a narcissist definitely does this. They will get with a new person. They gonna blast pictures all on social media and
Oh,
everything,
come on.
trying to make people jealous and smiling and believing they really got it going on. You're gonna look up 4 months, that person ain't gonna even be there. Then they gonna have another person and do the same thing. This is when people begin to scratch their head, like, okay, what's going on with this person? Especially if they have an image where they really just this good person, this caring, loyal person, this squeaky clean person, but yet you got a new full blown relationship every 3 months, and it's a new person, and the
Hmm,
last
hmm.
person that you was with hates you. You know what I mean?
The
They
last few.
really Man, they really be doing some. They messy, is what I'm trying to say. They
And you
Yeah,
messy.
know
they
what?
are.
You know what I mean?
And everybody that has been with that person, it's going to be that same description.
My daughter told me that every man that she seen this woman with left hurt.
Mhm.
She's My daughter said
They
she
all
hurt.
thought they was going to fix
She
her.
hurt, and
They
man,
thought they
she
was going
hurt
to fix
them.
Mhm.
her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They don't care. Like their ultimate is like the one I might end up with, foreign, need a green card. Somebody they can talk to like trash every
There you
day.
go.
They're gonna be a chauffeur. They're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
everybody's everybody in the family. Like you gonna get this person around, you gonna do this, you gonna do that, or else. You know, they can hold the green card over the head or they can hold this over their head. They make sure that they are in a position of total control. Like I said, it's not about love.
Absolutely.
She said, ain't no love. She was like, there's no love with us. Like we don't love each other. Or sometimes she might say, well, he loved me, but she said ain't no love. So when you don't have no love, that's just misery. Like everybody
There you go.
miserable. It's just,
There you go.
everybody can drink enough, smoke enough, they can laugh at dumb
That's
stuff, the
it.
past, but nobody just genuinely happy. It's chaos, confusion, calamity.
one thing
That's
about a
it.
narc woman though, she don't care what you got going on. A lot of times
No
they be wanting their men to move in with them.
control.
Control.
To
There
them,
it is.
Control.
power and
There it
control
is.
equals love because
There
that's
it
Yeah.
that
is.
demon. Jezebel is a witchcraft spirit that demands power. It feel like it's a queen, and it worked with Leviathan. And also, these are two major principalities of the sea. So they gonna do everything to get that person in a disabling position.
Yeah.
I mean,
Break your lease. They want you to
that
break
the
your lease.
African dude, I mean, he live there. Like that's her
Yeah.
house. At any time, she's like, bro, I can divorce you. And she
Yeah.
will as soon as she can find somebody. That's how
Yeah.
Mm.
this is how this works. They not planning for the long haul.
No.
Everything
That's
has
right.
this
That's right.
expiration date. Like
Yeah.
whatever time limit they put on relationships, probably in high school, whatever, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever they set, it don't matter what's happening in that time frame. They are leaving or getting a divorce or they out of there because in their mind it's what they set and that's it, and nobody can change it because they in control. They
And you
made
know what?
inner vows that said ain't nobody gonna ever take advantage of me again. If I'm always be in control
There
every
you
time
go.
I'm in a relationship.
And
They
you know
made these
what?
vows.
You know what else? When one of the things that hurts us more than anything, more than them cheating on you, is finding out that they would never do for you what you've done for them. That
Mm.
is the worst sign of betrayal that you're ever going to see. To find the day you find out that this person would never do for me what I've done for them, and not what they've asked for me to do, what I've volunteered, what I've given freely. They would never. They would never.
That's
You
why
may
you
be
feel like
sitting
a
in that
fool.
room trying to
Yeah.
figure it out.
You feel like a fool. Like, how was I friends with this person? How did I deal with this person for so long? and the
Man,
selfishness that whole time, it'll blow your mind. But that's where you have to learn that you had weak boundaries.
that's
There
right.
was a little bit of self-sacrifice, or
Mhm.
what am I looking for? Damn it, people say it all the time. Anyway, yeah, you gave a little bit too much of yourself, and you wasn't requiring anything back. That's why I be tripping on women who got a problem. I be tripping on women who
Yes.
got a problem with a 50-50 relationship. You
Mm-mm.
mean to tell me you want to be in a relationship where
About to
you
get in
just
trouble.
extract and take everything and give nothing?
You about to get in trouble for
This,
saying
And
that.
wait a minute though,
But go
man.
get it. But go
Women,
get it.
leave the relationship from what we see 70,
But
eighty
you know
percent of the
what?
time.
I'm
So
gonna
you
say
want
this.
to just come in a relationship, take,
Mm-hmm.
take,
Mm-hmm.
take, take, take until you get bored, claim you're a victim and you're being abused, and leave without giving nothing? You
Uh-uh.
actually want somebody to be dumb enough to be with you and
this
give
is
you
how
everything without you giving nothing? And this is what you consider a healthy
But
situation?
you know what though? But you know what though? You know what though? This is the
Come
thing.
on, man.
The thing is, man, oh man. And most men learn this the hard way. Most men learn this the hard way that the a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Now, most of us run past that as just a saying.
Mhm.
But the rest of us, when we get to that place in life where we figured it out, like, man, oh, I didn't marry a wife. I married one of them things. Because a wife don't do that.
Right.
A wife is not that. A wife is everything you ever dreamed about. But we out here chasing behind narcs, and then we want to run back. And I'm saying I did it. Let me go out here and grab a narc and then be mad because the marriage was total complete chaos. You know,
And females did it too. Like we listen to Beyonce, like let me upgrade you, know all that stuff. They be singing the song, we did all that, and we upgrade people. So we say, and then when you upgrade them, you take them from this to this, help them with their life. Are you about to do that? Like you just really helping their life. As soon as they get
Rockwell hit
accomplished
it.
on whatever level they was going, bloop, they drop
Rockwell
you.
hit it.
Some
This is
Rockwell said, and obtains favor from the Lord.
mhm.
Obtains favor. Well, man, that is man. I'm glad you corrected me on that,
But the
Rockwell.
narcs take
Man,
advantage of that favor. Like, yeah, there's a favor on certain women, not on the whores. They doing what whores do.
no,
That's
no, no,
harlots
no.
and whores.
We
You
ain't
got
talking
male
about that.
whores and female whores. The
Yes.
whore, he said, don't mess with none of them. If you yoke yourself with a
No.
harlot, you inherit the curses of the harlot.
There you
That's
go.
a cursed object.
Now
But
that's that part right there.
yeah,
That's the part that we keep walking past. We want to do it our way. We do. We want to do it in this new way. If anything that you doing the new way, anything you doing the new way,
yeah.
yeah, it ain't got no future.
the new way is
It
having a
ain't got
roster.
no substance.
You gotta have a roster out here, Harry. Oh, come on now.
You
Man,
gotta have a
you gotta
roster.
look. But
No,
listen. Let me ask you a question.
you gotta have a
Do you
roster.
want
This
one
is so
busted
sad.
tire or 10 busted tires? Because
Hey,
at
but
the end of the day,
when you really
for
just
real, we say
when,
that, but for real, at the end of the day, if you just got one good woman, a good one now, I ain't talking about one of them things, I'm talking about a good one, you straight.
yeah, you straight.
That's all you need. That's all a man gonna need in his life. But when you get, we out here and it's like you trying to just. I talked to somebody the other day. I said the exact same thing, CJ. I was like, listen, you gonna have
Set
to
a
date.
roster.
You literally gonna have to date 50 people to find two good ones.
That's that
Okay.
roster.
But narcs got a roster,
Well,
so that's them
well.
fleas. Because when you get the narc fleas, That's exactly what narcs do. That's
There you
exactly how
go.
narcissists think.
There
They
you
got to
go.
have a roster that's supplied, and then they feel like you get about a couple out of that good one. See, what people kind of fail to realize is everything in this world system is doomed for destruction. So
There
we
you
take
go.
on the nature on how this world system systematically do things. Even when dating, it's gonna take on a destructive nature. You just gonna get a
Hmm.
bunch of soul ties. That
That's
ain't
it.
how God said do it.
And,
Like,
and,
I
and
mean,
not
he
just
like the
that,
best
not just that.
matchmaker, but that's kind of how he said do it. Like, you don't. I
Right,
don't know. I can
right,
speak for the
right.
women. Like, I wouldn't pollute
But you know
myself
what?
with
But you know
having a
what though?
bunch of people call.
There was a original model made, of what a relationship is supposed to look like. And I don't know if anybody knows it or not, but that model has been destroyed, has been hidden. It has been put so far out of sight that if we even discuss it, people will think that we are 500 years old.
I don't
Because
think
Yeah.
the way God set it up was he set up as two virgins. He's like, man, look, y'all get together. Y'all don't know nothing else to be wanting something else. And that's it. But we got this, we in this world where they ain't doing it like that.
Who
You
gave
think
people
about
they
now
desire?
what
Like, that's
made
where they got to look at, because all this stuff, these adult films and things out there, those are done by hybrids. So spirits come through the TV when
mm,
people are pleasing themselves, and then they're having covenants and contracts with that pleasure, that desire, that perversion. So then they want someone that, God may have. They want them to defile themselves. Like, every narc requires defilement. So most of us on here have been defiled in many ways. And that is what a narc would require, because they have that. It's a spirit of perversion. That's never, like, all of that stuff was what they used to do in temples to summons their gods. Like, that was all idolatry. That sexual immorality come with that. And so when the pleasure principle desires something so defiling or derogatory or vile or however, just to please, that's evidence of narcissistic fleas. Like, that's just, leftovers, because the covenant came from a spirit spouse. Anytime, and that's water marine kingdom stuff. Like, the spirit spouse will come and they manipulate the desire. They be like, no, you want it this way, you want it that way. That's why a narc, and I can go to the narcs on that, because the narcs don't usually be pleased with a heterosexual type of encounter, because it's always more. It's like a hunger or insatiable appetite. They desire something more, and that something more will be same sex, or to start to go into bestiality and start going to other things that
mhm.
our minds, it'll break to go as low as they would go as far as the disgustingness in the bedroom. But that's because anytime you start feeding this dark demonic appetite with all of these different soul ties and lust ties and covenants and contracts with spirit spouses, Satan just gonna start taking over in that area. And then there be an unpleasable thing. Then a good person will come, or I'm gonna say like a person that's probably, you know, cleaned themselves, whatever. Because it ain't too many like good people, but a person that has some integrity, and then they will be required to do defiling and inhumane things just to
Mm.
satisfy a pleasure that is in perversion.
narcs get their pleasure from cheating. I mean, because
It's just perversion. They might have one
even
that'll go all the way, that swing with them, and they'll be cool with that one because that one is going all the way with them in the swinging and everything else. They just as perverted as them.
yeah, yeah. I don't really get off into whatever people like doing in the bedroom. I'm damn sure not the one to talk. Uh, but one thing about narcs is cheating with family members, friends, people close to you. They get off on that aspect of it more so than anything just regular, healthy, normal sex. Uh they love to cheat like that. You know what I mean? I mean that they have to be doing something that will hurt somebody to even feel good
Mm-hmm.
about what they are doing,
Right.
causing pain
Right.
to
Right. It's the
others.
cause and effect. Right. They're not just cheating on you just for the sport.
Right.
No, no, they're cheating on you because they understand that, okay, this is going to destroy you when you find out what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they know that when you don't see it, when you don't see them
Yeah.
and what they're doing, that means that your mind is running away with just all kinds of crazy thoughts. And all of your thoughts are there with somebody that's better than you, somebody that looks better than you, somebody that has more than you have, somebody that's
Yeah.
smarter, somebody that's speaks better than you. It's all about you attacking yourself. That's what
Yeah.
it really is about. It's about you attacking you because they're not showing you somebody that's better than you. They're not showing you somebody that's smarter than you. You don't have any proof that any of that stuff is true, but they know if you don't see it, but you know it's happening, then your mind is going to run. It's going to run rampant. And it's going to think about all negative things. You're going to be attacking yourself every single day,
Yeah.
especially at night. At night, you're thinking, wow, I bet they just, everything there is just so wonderful
But
right now.
but that's
I
doing the
bet
that
they
that's
doing this.
doing the that's doing the discard phase though, when you kind of know what they doing. The thing that really is a trip is how when you with them, how do they get us to paralyze our common sense?
What do you
Example,
mean?
like I said, I don't even like talk. I don't. The things I went through is so embarrassing. I just want to slap myself. Like I remember, it was times where I would come home from work and I want to lay in the bed. All the sheets and covers is off the damn bed. She washing them, and she did this almost like back to back. You know what I mean? She will
Hmm.
wash the covers and pillows. I'm like, man, what's oh, they smell funny, and then it'll be like 4 days later, she washed them again. How did my how did I not have a red flag go off?
Bewitchment.
Because
Mhm.
because
That's
for
a
one, she always was like complaining about something not being clean and house being dirty, like she was OCD and stuff anyway. So I was used to that behavior. I was used to the gaslight.
Mhm.
So when she did that, I was just like, man, this like you taking it too far now. You washing the covers and the bed sheets every day. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, it's like they be doing it right in our face, like, and we just be like blinded for some reason, man.
It's
But
called
see,
sex magic. You heard of sex magic? That's what it's called. So when somebody engaging and they know exactly what they're doing, you can actually bewitch somebody. That's what they do.
mhm.
That's why we're not supposed to be doing all that. That is sex magic. And it
Mm.
comes with narcissism. It's if you look at like how the pentagram got the little 5 star, you think about what do narcissists do that is known in Satanism. They humiliation ritual, food stuff. That's another gateway to the soul. Sex
Mhm.
magic. That's other than blood covenant because they gonna do something with some blood. Other than blood, sex is like the number one thing to get that whole gateway to the soul thing. So the man goes ziggity boo because the man part of the soul is bewitchment, sorcery, enchantment. It's witchcraft on a higher level. So you will do things like you can even be going there like I don't even know why I'm driving to this person's house. I do not want to do this, but yet your body is still driving because you're under a
There
spell.
you go.
And that
You're under a
spell got to
spell.
be broken. And that's how it is on the man because it's a star involved. And then they
Mhm.
got the whole pentagram. Once they solidify that thing, you got super power demons on board. And these things
Mhm.
they go for the kill. They not in this for fun. They in to steal,
No,
kill, destroy, bloodline.
that's
With
it.
me, it was
That's how
more.
they in.
With me, it was more. I just wanted it so bad.
Because of
I
the
wanted.
pentagram.
I wanted my family so bad. I wanted this woman to be the one.
Mm-mm.
Um,
And
I
she
Because of the
knew
wanted.
that.
spell. That's called
And
bewitchment.
she knew that.
Yeah, she knew that. She knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that's what was weaponized against you.
Yeah.
Your will. The thing that they know about us that we don't even look at ourselves is that they know there's
Yeah.
nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. And when your mind is made up, this
Which it
is
was.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. That means that they can lie, steal, cheat, rob, fight. They can
Triangulate.
argue with you every single day. And every single day after that argument, you're going to try to figure out what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
How can I fix this?
Because everybody wanted their family. Most people on here wanted their family to work. That's why we stuck in this so long. That's why we got married. Most of us, wanted our family to work, and then you hung in and you blindsided the cheating. Like, okay, we can get through that. You can get through this and get through that. Then it get to the point where you almost dying. Like you can't keep going on and somebody constantly hurting you. Like once it get to that, it's like, okay, now either I'm gonna live or I'm gonna have to make different choices. But at the core of it is we wanted our family to work. They usually pick people who got some type of loyalty cords in their heart. Whether they came from a broken family and they made vows like my family ain't gonna never be like that when I have kids, or whatever inner vows they make.
Yeah.
The devil know it, and he know when he send his agent, that's exactly what he gonna go for. We gonna be a family. We gonna do this. We gonna do all that, and they'll do it. They'll marry you and everything. Most of them, some unless they getting what they want without marriage, but then they still work for the devil. Like we gotta understand who pimping them. That's
Mhm.
that's their child. So when they getting pimped by the devil, the mission is to destroy you and the bloodline. The mission never
Mm.
ends. Satan kill, steal, destroy. That's the only thing him and his whole crew can do is steal, kill, destroy bloodline. If he can get that covenant with the bloodline, because Satan don't have feelings. He don't think how humans be thinking. We be like, oh, but we love and we care. No, no, no. He got the same thought pattern he had from the garden. Still kill, destroy, bloodline. These humans, I'm about to rule. They gonna be enslaved. This is my land. That's
Mhm.
how he thinks. So that's our
I-
number one enemy
I-
there.
Keisha, you know me and you be going back and forth.
Well, we all know
The
about the garden,
narcissist is Satan.
but then you got what's the sociopath and the psychopath, because they got
Satan.
the same thing. So
Mhm.
they working with him because that means Satan kind of omnipresent. He's not that powerful, but they pimp like they daddy. They
Yeah.
got his DNA.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Them his kids.
See,
And,
And
and
it's
you
still
know
the
what?
same because they move in sync.
see,
It's
Uh,
not like it's like father like son. They move
If,
in
if
sync, or like father like daughter.
if you entertain any dating apps, man, you really can see narcissism, how prevalent it really is in the minds of people.
It's
You know what
made
I
by
mean?
them.
Yeah.
All of this social media and stuff is FUBU, for us by us.
Entitled,
Remember that stuff? It's made by
entitled,
them.
entitled,
mm,
selfish.
mm-mm.
I
Yes.
got 5 kids, especially the women, man. I got 5
Dang.
kids, but if you got kids, swipe right. And it just shows you just
It ain't too many good women
how
on there.
selfish and inconsiderate some people can really be. Like you
But
want
the thing
somebody
you
to
got to look at
come in your life and help you with your family and situation, but you don't want to build nobody up and help them with theirs. You know what I mean?
that's the mindset of the world we in. I mean, at the
Man.
end of the day, you got to think about that. Man, we
It's,
live in a world that is full of selfish, money hungry people.
You got your
Period.
nerve people. The
It's not too
nerve of
many
people.
good women on no dating app. I'm gonna just tell you that, cause it's so crazy with them things. One is made by them, but two, if somebody with some integrity or whatever gonna get on there, you only gonna get like pictures of people's whatever. I mean, people don't want to see all that. So like the people that's on there is in their world. The ones that want to see that. Other than, and then you get whatever come with that. You know, you get the whole demonic legion that come with that, because that is that world. Like the narcs, that's their domain. Every narc had about 5-6 pages. They had what's that, adult friend finder, uh
Mm.
Tumblr, twin, whatever, all that other stuff, and even the ones that's like the social media. But it's a bunch of them. But
Mm.
the ones I seen, like adult friend finder stuff, and if you go through a phone, and I don't even know if that's still, populating, but they have all of those on there, and they are on those sites doing everything with multiple profiles. That's not a world. It's two worlds. It's two worlds. You got them, and then you got us. Like I don't want to separate like that, because some people on here could be narcs. I don't know. But you just got a world where it's like integrity, no integrity.
Yeah,
Remorse, no
yeah,
remorse.
yeah. You got people who are narcissists and don't really know they're narcissists. You do got
Yeah.
that.
No, 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 no. You a narc, you know it. Nah, they
Hey,
know who
it's
they are.
almost
You know
impossible
you are.
today, huh? It's almost impossible today to be a narc and not know you're a narc, huh, Harry?
I mean, the thing
You
about
know
it
if you're
is, you
manipulating
gotta think.
somebody.
You gotta think. If you the type of person that's jealous of people, if you the type of person that lie about anything, everything, it's whatever. If you're a person that takes pleasure in somebody else's pain, you are a narcissist.
If you a
There ain't no
liar,
whole
let's
lot to
start
describe
there.
that.
If you just a flat out liar, like that is something that I could say probably would irritate my soul. Like I can't, I'd be like, oh my gosh, just please tell the truth. Like that, I feel like that's where, because I always say, like, if you just be honest, even if you got to take whatever, consequence you got to take, just be honest about it and then deal with your consequence, and it ain't gonna be that severe. But to lie, especially because when somebody's lying, that is just an irritation. Narcissists lie all the time. That's how you're
Every
gonna be
day,
able to tell. They just
every day,
constantly lying, and they know they lying, and they actually
every day.
enjoy lying.
Yeah,
So that's number
they
one.
whole, but with narcissists, their whole essence, their whole being, their whole
Yeah,
personality, their whole
everything is a
facade
lie.
is a lie. Because you got cappers, I could, you got people who be capping out here. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just made 100,000. You know what I'm talking about? How
They
you
might
make a
have some
hundred
traits.
thousand? How you make 100,000, bro? You stay with your grandma.
They
You
might
know
have
what I
some
mean?
traits.
And yeah,
It
so people
happens.
be
It
lying and
happens.
capping all the time. That don't necessarily make, to me, that don't necessarily make you a narc. The narc lies to hide the truth of
They
what
lie just to
who they
lie.
are. They lie to hide and they do be lying just to be lying. Because I used to wonder, like, why did you lie about that? You know what I mean? It can be anything they will lie about, but like
Hmm.
I said, they be lying to cover up other stuff so you don't ask questions about
There
something
you go.
else.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So they
There you
they
go.
lie to hide the truth a lot of times. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Their language is actually just lies.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's an
They will
actual
lie,
form of
like
tongue.
they might say, like, yeah, you know, I went to school to be a mechanic and I work on cars. If they just you talking to somebody that's at the garage. I work on cars, I can change an alternator. Like that's the kind of stuff that narcs would do. Because if it's something that they feel like they can either benefit from, or somehow this person can hook them up later in life with something that they can get for free, they gonna tell that lie,
Mhm.
they gonna get that phone number, and that person is gonna be somebody they gonna lure until they can trap them. And these soul trapping. That's what they do. And they trap them, and then that's gonna be somebody they call when they need their car fixed. It's like everybody got a purpose for them. If somebody into painting and cleaning carpets, they might sleep with them a couple times. They don't care if they married or whatever. But when they get that carpet clean, they're going to either get it done for free, or they're going to get this discount, or they're going to blackmail them. It's like, it's so horrible. It is so horrible. Like, I don't even know how else to explain it, except it's an evil that will break a person's brain. Because some people actually be feeling like, well, especially if they family, like, well, I'ma just like do this for this. Maybe they different. Maybe they just got the hospital or rehab or whatever. They gonna stab you in the back, and then they gonna go through all this destructive measures again to destroy you.
Yeah.
Especially if you the one with the target, you always on the devil's kill list.
Yeah.
This is it's beyond any of us. He got targets, and he is out for annihilation. So
I be wondering, how do they lie so good that they really are just able to turn people against others so easy? You know what I mean? Like people could be knowing you for years and knowing your character and know what you was about. And narcissists can tell them something and turn those people against you just like that.
They already wanted to turn. There was something in them that the narc was able to tap into. See, evil, no evil. And they knew that jealousy and envy, those are two monsters that cannot be hidden. And when they got the dead eyes, that means ain't nothing there. So if ain't nothing there with them, that means something checks into them at any given time. And it is cold and manipulative, and it is supernatural demonic power. And they can sit there and they'll cry, and they know how to do, and it's not them per se, because they really kind of low IQ, a lot of them, but they really got this supernatural power, dark power that they have came in agreement with, that they can strategically convince many people, your employers or whoever, that you are this horrible person, and then next thing you know, everybody against you. They got
one way they do that is to pretend to be concerned about your health, your mental health and well-being. Like, something is really just, I'm so concerned about them. You might want to call and check up on them. That's how they begin to set you up to have people looking at you crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't even know none of this is going on. You just wondering why people are backing up off of you. It's because the narc is going around talking about, have you talked to him lately? You might want to talk to them. They ain't been acting right. They've been acting strange. And they usually talking to people like that who they cheating in front of.
There you go.
Yeah. Because they justifying themselves to that person. By making you look bad and like something is wrong with you, the person ain't gonna question the silly behavior that they see the narc doing. You know what I mean?
Narcissists want to make you look bad at all times. They would just do that just for GP. That they just want to do that.
Yeah.
Having an extra audience, that's even better. That's like to kill two birds with one stone. But their whole goal is to tear you down. Especially, it's all really kind of based on the call on your life. So if you got this light in you, or you got this call on your life, number one target for the devil is, and it don't even have to just be you. If you got children that got a call on their life, Satan is so strategic. If he get the parents, he got the kids. That's all he trying to do. Like, he out for souls. And then the kids will be having like nightmares or problems, or just think how much they got to go through. Like, all my children had to go through this crazy stuff, this crazy life, just because of this demonized, sperm donor type of people. They like to spread they seed, and that they had this stuff that they do, and then your children go through all of these obstacles because of generational curses. And that is what Satan is on. He is like, he don't care about no feelings or none of this stuff. No. He care about putting out these lights before they can get a little bit older. So let's, make them get angry, give them hurt, give them rejection, give them pain, let their moms hate them, all of that stuff. And then as they grow older, he know he got snares that he can send. He gonna send them fake friends. He gonna send them more teachers to reject them. It's just a whole life of turmoil because that is what his children are on this earth to do.
Another
Still kill,
thing
destroy.
narcissists will do is they will make a fool out of themselves putting on the show.
Hmm.
See, they love attention and validation and supply so much they don't be knowing when to stop. So they'll be putting on the show in front of people. They won't realize when it get to the point where the joke is on them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See, this is the person that's cheating in front of all their friends.
Yeah.
And since the friends is like encouraging them at first,
Mm.
But
and then they don't realize how ridiculous they look to their friends after a while because
Mhm.
a lot of their friends might be going home to their man, you know what I mean, or their husband or whatever, and they still out here acting a fool because at first she was getting applauded. You go, girl. And
they gonna break up
after
their friend
after a
relationship.
while, after a while, it begins to be a lot of the friends don't even want to deal with them no more, be around them because they realize how silly that person is. While the whole time the narc being empty inside, they were doing that for the validation and supply from the friends, but really didn't know that they was making a fool out of themselves. They will make a
Mm.
fool out of whatever they doing is getting attention and validation and applause at that moment. They don't know when to stop. So they'll
Hmm.
keep doing it and they'll overdo it until it becomes something to where it's really embarrassing. It's an embarrassing
Mm.
sight to see while they're doing it, but they don't know it because they really don't have any self awareness. They're just
Mm-mm.
what happened is the crowd would have to stop clapping before they start looking around like, okay, something ain't right here. You
And
know,
this is how it is. If they can still sleep with somebody, they'll never know it. Because as long as they can get somebody, it doesn't matter. And
Mhm.
most guys will sleep with anything. A lot of females probably get desperate. I don't know, that'd be crazy. But they will. Like
Put
they will.
anything.
I talked to my
Just put
brother. He said
anything
guys
in
will
there,
sleep
huh?
with anything.
Just put
Like you
anything
get
in there.
desperate enough, there you can will the chick in there. Just do this and that. But that's
Yeah.
how. As long as a narc can get somebody to sleep with them, manipulate them for some
Mhm.
stuff, they'll never feel shameful or anything because they have this demonic gift to project it on somebody else.
Mhm.
You felt like that. Da da da. They get delusional. It's not. It's the Lululand and they're not there. Like there's no one
man,
home.
y'all be saying dudes will sleep with anything. Girls will sleep with anybody and anything. Vegetables, fruits,
Yep.
her
What
friends, pillows. Come on
horse?
now. I'm not finna let you go in on us men like
Because you
that.
keep talking about the harlots and whores. I
Females
mean,
will, females will do some
harlots and
stuff.
whores
There's
there.
a difference. There's a
Females
difference.
here. There's a huge difference.
Huge
Females
difference.
will be
Huge difference.
cool for years before they sit there and just demean themselves. You know,
There you go.
harlots and
There you go.
whores,
We
females.
got to
It's a
we got
huge
to
difference.
if we're gonna talk about them, let's at least identify them. You know what I'm saying?
And you got your males. You got your harlots and whores and males. And then you got your males that care about their body.
There you
It's,
go.
Man,
the
women.
numbers might be a little bit smaller. They might be a little
I'm not finna
smaller.
go there. I'm not finna go there tonight.
There you go. There you go. There you
You
I'm
know.
just
go.
saying.
Ah. Y'all not gonna fight. Come on, man. Y'all not gonna fight. Come on, bad man, hit my hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Hey
there's a
y'all,
truth to
listen
that.
here.
The truth
Listen here.
is harlots and whores,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
females.
there it is.
Because
There it is.
It's
I don't
enough that
really
we
know
got to
what to
deal with that.
say. I don't be knowing what to say to defend females when it comes to narcissistic men because when you look at the traits of a narcissistic male, it seems like it's something that a lot of women want. They
Well,
want to.
you
The
meet a lot.
women will openly come out and say that they don't like nice guys. They don't like good guys. They don't like dudes who are stable. They consider that boring. So how can I defend the female when they basically come out and say they don't like good guys? Then what do you want? The opposite of that? The
Meet
opposite
different
of that is
females.
usually
But you
That's
the
how
know,
you
opposite
can
hold
of
on.
that.
do.
When you see
Well,
that,
no,
when
what
you
I'm
see
saying is
females like
this
that
is
though, when you
this
see
is
females that
public. This
talk
is
like
this
that,
is
when they and I've seen them. One thing we got to start looking at is that's social media. That's the vehicle that's being used to demean and undermine the real human beings that
Yeah,
are here, and to make us all think like, man, all these fools is crazy. That's what it's set up for. It's set up just like that. And on that's how we look at it when we see them, and their
right.
world is set up the exact same way to make us, but it's a little different because we have different minds. We have a different way of thinking, but it's the same exact thing. We're being made to look like the exact same thing to them, like we was talking about at the first thing, Adam and Eve. Well, if Eve ate, or she went to the tree, and she went to the tree first, what was
Tree.
Adam doing following her to the tree? Who is in leadership and who is following who? And obviously, Adam was a low-level thinker because she obviously tempted him with something, saying, "You gonna eat, you gonna come over here and get down with this, or else." And he was in
But
fear
see,
of
that's the thing
something.
with women, though. See, that's the thing that men subconsciously know about women. That's why we comply because it's
But,
always
but, but that's the
it's
problem.
always a
That's
or
the
else, and that
problem.
or else means that
Well,
I'm going
that's
to punish
That's the
Jazzy.
you.
problem.
Yeah,
That's
So
that's
the
when you
problem.
Jezebel.
that's
So
Jazzy,
it's,
that's
it's
different than
always a
women.
it's always
Exactly.
a or
So
else. If
if
I
you
don't
gonna
get my way,
comply,
nobody in this house is going to be happy.
if
Then that's
you
a
gonna
Jazzy.
comply with Jezebel, then how
Right.
can we complain about being with we cannot do what we
Hmm.
cannot do. We cannot judge women based on Jezebel. The same way
Yeah.
we don't want to be judged based on Leviathan. We as men, we
Yeah.
don't want to be judged based on Pookie and Ray Ray and them, man. Don't talk to me like I'm him. I am not him. Okay. And don't come to
Right.
me with none of that craziness. And the thing about it is, a lot of times we attracted to those same people that are attracted to those type of dudes. So you
And
can't just go in there. I mean, they've said it time and time again. You cannot turn this Jezebel into a housewife, but we determine we're
now,
gonna do it,
and Jezebel
and
is a
we
mindset.
lose every
Like
time.
it's a mindset. I talk to my brother a lot, and he got a whole he got a stripper pole and all that in his room. What kind of females you think you about to get with a stripper pole in your house? You about to get the whores. You like looking at the butts and the
Your
boobs?
brother got a stripper
Whores.
pole in his room, bro.
But he living right. Okay, that's the
Again,
stuff
what
because we
the?
gotta say it's a fire thing when we say
No judgment. This is
Hey,
no
but
but you know
that's
judgment
what though?
zone.
but
But you
see
know
that's
what
an
though?
Asherah pole. But
Wait a minute.
that's when you're getting into jazzy.
Wait a minute, man. On another note, on a serious note, though, I think even Elijah Muhammad said in a conversation that what people do in their bedroom, that's that's none of our business.
This is what we're talking about, the jazzy. So when a person has an appetite for jazzy because they grew up in a Jezebel household, that's how the mom was covert, all of that stuff. The men typically have an appetite for a certain kind of female, the jazzies, because that's what they grew up seeing. That's what's normal to them. When they have a girl that's like, or a woman that's like, no, I'm cool. I'm preserving my body. Like I don't want to just be giving my body out to everybody I'm seeing because I mean, you can count the tally up. Like your body is precious, it's a temple. So when somebody like that might come along, that's like, oh no, they weird or they doing this. But somebody that's gonna give it up in about a week or whatever. Oh man, I'm sick of all these females. All these females just want this, they want that. No, you dealt with a hoe. You got a whole transaction. Hoes are transactional. So okay, I'm gonna get in the bed with you, even if it's just like we gonna talk real good for about a week or two. That's still a transaction. And then I gave you this, you gave me that. Whether it was monetary, whether it was sex, that's still Jezebel. So when you're dealing with Jezebel, the whole key is to get out of the mental Jezebel system
There you
so that
go.
something else is
There you
pleasing
go.
other than,
That's right.
horse or people that's showing their body, because we're not supposed to be showing our body. And what women want, I can speak, I'm gonna speak for some women, not all on here, y'all, but I'm gonna try to represent y'all. But what we want is, one, you don't want to have a guy that's like talking to a bunch of females. One, because how you gonna compete with the jazzies? They're whores. Like, it's
Do
just
you want
certain
a
things
man that's? Do you want a man that females are not attracted to and that's not talking to
that
females?
this is how this works. When you dealing with jazzies, they gon' win each time because they dropping draws, even if it's for like a week or so. But they know that that's what can entrap them in. That's how
And you
that's
know what,
designed.
Keith, you just said that. That's the thing that normal women don't understand about how is it that men, how do men, why are we so attracted to the worst women? That's their biggest complaint. And we are saying the exact same thing. We're saying the exact same thing because we're saying, how are women
I,
attracted to these
I'm
knucklehead dudes?
I'm
Men are
telling you,
not
like, all right,
attracted to the worst women. Where's y'all getting this from?
okay, they
Bruh,
dropping the draws,
bruh.
they
Hold on,
doing,
Just
they're
whoa,
because
being
whoa, whoa, whoa,
men
whoa,
aggressive.
whoa.
don't,
Whoa,
just
whoa,
because
whoa, whoa, whoa,
men,
whoa. Slow down, slow down, slow down. If you go on your Instagram and see one of them joints come through your timeline and they shower, that's all they pushing through your timeline is the most beautiful, exotic women in the world.
Mhm.
They
Yes.
not pushing brains and beauty and nurturing and somebody who got some sense, somebody who gonna come in here and be a wife to you. No, they pushing nothing but body parts. That's all social
You-
media is
you-
doing.
I was
That's what
talking
they
to this.
got to offer.
I was
And they
talking to this
pushing it
girl
to
on Facebook.
everybody.
I was talking to this girl on Facebook, and she was trying to say that, and I said, just because men don't use sex as a manipulative tactic, and we don't deny ourselves when we are attracted to a woman, that don't mean that sex is all. We just want any woman. Men, I don't know what kind of men y'all. Men do not just like any
But
woman. But
But
okay,
hold on,
but
hold on.
if a
But
man
we'll
is
say
up
that,
here
right?
having
Hold on, hold
sex,
on, hold
it's
up.
like
no,
if
wait,
We'll
they,
wait, let
say
Harry
that.
on talk.
Hold up. We'll say that. We'll say that, right? That we won't go after anything. And Joe, you will see a line right over there with the one
man,
that you would swear ain't nobody gonna go after that right there. And it'd be a line of dudes going, and it'd be a line of dudes that you would least expect. See, that's why I don't even get into them wars right there because I done seen dudes do it. They will sit there and say what they not gonna do. Oh, no, ain't no way I'm gonna do that. And you will see him over there pressing her out.
yeah.
The same dude that swore he would not would be the same one. That's what I'm talking about. Because you might not do it. It's jokers, the same ones saying that they won't. Yes, they will.
Okay, that's
Yes,
just like
they
women saying
absolutely.
that they won't mess with us. I don't do that. Yeah, let them flash a bunch of money. Let him be a celebrity with a bunch of money. She's going.
I wish I would have met somebody with some money. No, that's not what women look for. This is what the guys do that deceived us. Okay, they came in a way where they were like not talking they said like, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm saving my body too. I love God too. They came in a way that was like matching your integrity. They were
Mm.
mirroring that. They wasn't out here, at least not in the beginning. You didn't see their eyes looking at everybody else. They kept their eyes on you. You didn't see whether they had a different phone or they had the calls blocked or whatever. You didn't see a bunch of females calling. Like, those were the things that people were looking for, because you're like, okay, this person is faithful type. They're not like this and that. Although it was deception, I get that. Most of us get that. They came with that kind of game. That's how narc men come. They don't come like, hey man, I'm a hoe. I'm about to sleep with everybody. They be like, man, I ain't slept with nobody in a year. I'm saving myself. What about you? Like, they
I know.
come
I
like
know a
that.
narcissistic, controlling woman who made her baby daddy wait a whole year, and she's finally got with him, had a baby, and she still left him. Listen, man,
That's narcissistic
just
people.
because a person is making you wait sexually, that don't mean that they're a good person. That don't mean that they actually have something to offer. That don't even mean they could
No,
be using
that's
it as a form of manipulation, control. As what I found out about this girl, she's a control freak. You know what I mean? A way to break you down to see how desperate you are. Like I don't get off into if when people should and should not sleep together. My thing is a sadistic narcissist. We talking about narcissists here. Everybody has sex. We all came here through sex. You know what I mean? But when we talking about narcissists, these are
yeah.
sadistic people who weaponize sex. They'll weaponize money. They will weaponize attention, giving you attention. You know what I mean? They will weaponize everything to make it to where now we looking at stuff we don't even know what to do in relationships now because narcissists have messed up the whole little dating scene. It
If
seems.
you having a lot
Nowadays.
of sex, your probability of being with a narcissist is higher because it's sex magic. And there's a standard, like even no matter whatever, text like biblical text or whatever people read, there's still a God and he got a standard. And his standard is his standard. Like if he's holy, he got a standard. And when
Mm-hmm.
what we got is
Mm-hmm.
Satan, and he got a bunch of them, like lust is his go-to. So you got lust and you got love. People
Mm-hmm.
confuse them. They're not the same.
It's
It could
not.
feel like lust. Once body
Mm-hmm.
chemistry get the mixing, you got some dopamine going, oxytocin going, everything feel like love, but it's not. It's witchcraft.
Say
That's
that.
the difference.
Say
So if
that.
I look at a woman and I'm like, that's wrong.
You no,
Why
it's
did God
not wrong at all.
why
You
did
in
God put that
trouble.
in me as a man to look at a woman and be attracted to her like that if it's wrong?
Okay, when was the first time you ever did that? How old were you? That's when it was wrong. And that just stayed with you.
So I
So
was
what he
wrong in the
did,
third grade.
Uh-uh.
yes, of
Uh-uh.
course.
Uh-uh.
That is not
What
what you should have been thinking
I
in
Uh-uh.
think
third
I was in
grade.
kindergarten
Uh-uh.
when I had liked the girl.
Well, then that's when you look at, let's see what was going on in my generation. Because that's how that works. I get it. I was there. I was too wrong. But that's how it works. And so when we got that kind of appetite, Satan got a hook. Hey, he
There
gonna
you
he
go.
gonna use that hook every
There you go.
time.
There
Like,
you go.
oh,
Right. That part
that's
right
that's
there.
a the self-control, because
That
having
part right
control over the
there.
body, that's like
There you
easier
go.
stuff.
When we don't
When the
practice that
self-control is like, oh,
self-control,
this one got me going like this, and they can do this and
mm-hmm.
that, they
When
gonna be
we not
sending
practicing
Medusa.
self-control, then you susceptible to anything and everything. And you
Mhm.
surely not just gonna find the right thing. How you gonna find the right thing when we not even in the field where the right thing is gonna be at? We out here
Because,
just looking at
Where is the
anything with a
right
slit
thing,
on.
Harry? O?
but let
Tell
me
me.
tell you, the
Huh?
right thing. Okay, the
Tell me
right
what the right
thing.
thing is at.
I'm gonna tell you what the right thing is. The right thing is somebody lying with God. Now, when a right thing come, the right thing is the target. You gotta always look at who's Satan trying to take out. He
Say
already
that.
got a bunch of
Say
people.
that. Woo!
That bright shining light that's coming along,
Whoa.
oh, that's the target.
Whoa,
So what
whoa,
he
whoa.
would
Back it
do,
up,
this
Keith.
is like
Hey,
chess.
Keith. Hey, Keith, back that one up one time right there, man.
That bright shiny thing, the right thing that he got, that he cultivated, because God got gifts. His daughters are gifts. The one he cultivated, the right thing, that's the target. So what Satan do, he just sit back. All right, I got this weakness here. It's chess, like
Gotcha.
pawn, like you got this chess game. I got players, so I know this one got a weakness. I got a hook in them. So I'm gonna send the bright one along, but I got to destroy that one. So once the bright one kind of get a little bit there, I'm about to send in my Jezzies. And then that's going to make that one fall. That's going to wound that one. Boom, game over. That's what he do. Checkmate. That's how this works. So everybody just walking around with all these open wounds and everything, and everybody like, oh, this one the right one. No, you got a master manipulator that got hooks in people, and if that's a weakness, He going for the weakness. He's
Mm-hmm.
sending jazzies until jazzies don't work.
I like
When
that though.
jazzies don't
Hey
work, he
Keith.
gonna send something else. The
Hey Keith,
bosses
I
or
like
this.
that, man. I like how you articulated that. The right one is the one that this devil trying to destroy. The one that's getting no respect. The one that is the most sought after by the wicked. They
Yep.
not even mad. That's why when you think about it, when we look on social media as men, if all we're looking at, if they all they're feeding our timeline is a bunch of body parts, then we not even thinking about the women that we really need to be with. We thinking about body parts because they
Yep.
done phased that out. They like, no, 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 don't worry about that. This right here, this right here. And the thing about it is, every last one of them, you gonna be in court with them. Yeah, you we can go in that direction,
Or
but it's not. It ain't gonna last long. And we see that
yeah.
every day on the same social media.
When
But
it comes to social media, I have to accept I don't know a person in person because I know some narcissists who don't show their booty and stuff. They got the whole soul sister thing down,
yeah,
and she's burning incense and sage and
Flag.
dress
You
dress
gotta know the
amen.
flag.
That's
and,
Okay.
and I
An
know some
incense
and I
is
know
made.
some
That's witchcraft.
wait a minute and I know some solid sisters that's really more loyal than the average, but she be on her girly girl stuff. You might look at her and think that she's like that, but she's not like that. So the appearance, the when it comes to this narcissism, man, the appearance can be very deceiving sometimes, man. You really got to know a person and what they about to know what they are about for real. You know
mm-hmm.
what I
You
mean?
gotta
Just because
have
I see,
discernment.
there's a lot of girls who. When the last time you seen a female take a picture standing straight forward? So a lot of girls is turning to the side and showing their little bodies and stuff like that. They be liking that type of attention. Uh, I would say most of them probably knocked out, but not all of them. You know what I mean? Just like every dude you see with a flower in his ear and a tuxedo, that don't mean that he's a good man. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to narcissism, man, from my experience, man, I've learned that you really can't judge a book by its
No, you
cover when
can't.
it comes
You
to
can't. You
this.
cannot. You
When it
cannot.
comes to this,
You're
this is
gonna get
really
what you're
deep,
gonna get.
man, because narcissists are facade masters, especially if they learn, oh, that's what they want. They want to see this, they want to see that. That's why you go off character and energy when you deal with people. You can't just like
That's
a
right.
lot of people look at my page, and since I do rap, and especially I used to do a lot of rap, you know what I mean? And I've always dressed with a swag and dressed like a rapper. I took my diamond out my ear, I mean out my nose, but the braids, and a lot of people might look at me, oh, he's just one of them type of. No, no, you don't really know me. You don't know my principles. You don't know my moral, my code of conduct in public. You don't know how I
Mm-hmm.
treat people. You don't know my level of empathy. You don't know how I view the world. So, but image, you would look at me and be like, oh, he's just another one of them. So I can say that it is good to kind of, if you want to attract something, you might want to work on your image so that you attract that. That is
Mm-hmm.
it. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
That's
you probably,
external.
yeah, that's
That's
external,
all
but
external.
that's what I'm
Discernment.
saying.
You
You
gotta
deal with
have
the
discernment.
inside. You deal with the inside of what a person is really like, and it's just kind of hard to tell now until you really get to know a person. You know what I mean?
You gotta have discernment. You gotta be able to discern spirits. If you see what's in somebody, you kind of know. I mean, every now and then you might get it wrong, depending on how they work,
Yeah.
with the balance thing. But you might get it wrong. But for the most part, you will kind of know. But as I don't know. Like I can't really speak for everybody, but I know usually if a guy is kind of like got multiple things they doing. It's just really crazy out here because that's just like so many soul ties, and then they trying to figure out something that's external. and they're trying to do it their way. And it's even in the scrolls, we can say scriptures and scrolls. There's a way that seems right to man, but in the end, it's destruction. So they can think a certain way, but it's destruction. So it's always got to be. I mean, I think the more the healing that happens, like naturally, a lot of times that is, what kind of help with selection. Because I mean, what's the difference when you dealing with a narc? Are you dealing with somebody that's wounded from a narc? Both
Right.
people got a hardness of a heart there, and then both people you approach, there's pain.
We also
I
got
mean,
to
you
consider the fact that, we living in a dumbed down society. That's something that
yeah,
people don't talk about no more. These people been working to dumb down the society to make people unhealthy for each other, self-sabotage, make stupid choices. You ain't even got to be knocked out. You just dumb. You just dumb. You know what I mean? So you make a lot of self-sabotaging decisions. You're afraid to deal with anybody that might change you for the better. You know what I
people
mean?
influenced by culture too, but it's
Yeah,
just it's a
culture,
lot
it's
of
all of that. Yeah.
a risk for mismatch. But one thing, like if it depends on like how in tune you are to a guy, like if he got to direct the man, because the man gonna be influenced by something, whether it's influenced by the culture or whether it's influenced by the divine, like inside your mind is gonna be influenced.
There you
And
go.
Yeah.
so you're gonna base life decisions on whatever that perception is. You
There
got
you go. Right
frequencies
there.
like governmental things trying to alter your perceptions. Most people, like they were saying, is hackable or controllable in some way, but you offset that by not going along the course of what the world is going, not just going along with the grain. Like anybody, any female on here probably can like pull up the DMs and have like all these guys and then keep going through cycles. But at some point, you got to get to the point like, I don't care what the rest of the world doing. This is how I'm choosing to live my life.
There you
I'm
go.
choosing to keep my
There you
life
go.
pure. I don't want to
There
have,
you go.
people having all this access because I have standards. I have morals.
There you go. That's it. You got it. It's all about
A
choices.
DM full of 100 dudes, and you can't choose one good one. You can't choose one. Give,
I don't have
hey, Hario,
DMs.
give any
I
one of
got
us
off
men.
social media.
Hey,
Huh?
give any one of us men 100 women. We might make a mistake once or twice. I guarantee you, we're gonna come up with
Mm,
something for us.
I don't
Man,
know,
I
Chad.
know I'm a target.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
I
about
don't
to
know,
open
bro.
myself
You
up
don't
It's
to
think
none
so?
mostly
of that.
bad ones. It's mostly throwbacks out here. It's mostly bad ones out there. So I don't know. I
When
But
you
you
don't
a
know.
got 100
target,
choices. You got a
Man,
but
hundred
you
choices.
but you
bruh,
carry yourself different when
bruh.
you know to call on your life. Like I'm not about, why will I open myself up to social media people when that
There
is
you
like that's a door for all kind of lust demons. Like I know how this stuff works spiritually. So DMs, not even looking at them. I didn't get off
So
of the
do
Facebook.
you think just because you meet a person in person that there can't be a narc?
It ain't about me in person. No, I'm not saying it at all. I don't do the DMs,
Because
the
we act like the
insights.
people on social media are not the people outside.
DMs, social media, don't do none of that. Like I no, it's just not because of experience. Like I've had experience in these things. Plus, I know what spirits drive that. So not doing it.
go.
That's
It
not gonna be a way that's gonna have a communication happen. But I'm different. I feel like all my
There you go.
communication be
Hold it.
divinely
Hold it.
happening.
Hold it. Hold it.
That's
Let me get to
different.
Shawnee. Let me get to Shawnee and Monique super chat, y'all. Shawnee, thanks for the super chat. Shawnee said, once we notice a person doesn't have qualities that make us feel safe, it's up to us to move on. We have to be careful about who we allow in our energetic space.
Yep,
Man,
yep.
that's
Even
exactly
if you
what we were
like them,
talking
you
about
got to
right there.
move on if they unhealthy for you.
Monique, thanks for the super chat, Monique. Monique said, I'm going to make you wait. I didn't have sex with the narc for 3 months because I had been hurt in the past and still got hurt. Whoo, this was nothing but witchcraft. I mean, at the end of the day,
Well, that's
y'all,
right.
at the end of the day,
You made them wait
it's
and still
no
got narked.
foolproof way. It's no full. The only foolproof way that you're
Discernment.
going to be able to discern if this person is a narc or not is a way that none of us will follow. Even me, I get beside myself sometimes. The bottom line is you gotta listen to your antennas, your antenna that's inside you. It's gonna tell you what it is. Ask God to show you, man. Hey, man, I'm dating this person, man. Show me if this person is right for me or not. You gonna know within 24 hours. You're gonna see a sign within 24 hours whether this person is the right person for you or not. And it's just that's within 20. I said it, everybody hold me accountable to it. You ask God to tell you within 24 hours, you're gonna know, you're going to see it. You're going to see something. Now, should you decide that wasn't a big enough hint for you, then don't turn around and say, man, I ain't see no red flags. I ain't see this. I ain't see that. It wasn't nothing like this. Man, you ask and you shall receive. We just don't like the answer. Most of the time, we like, well, that ain't really enough. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Or we can be in denial.
Something that's crazy.
Denial's big. Yeah.
Because sometimes even if they're not narcs, what I be running into is a lot of women have a lot of women have mental issues. They may not be knocked out, but they got something going on that's
Something.
like, oh man, damn. You know what I mean? And it's
But you know
crazy,
what,
man,
though,
because
man?
I'm in a
You
weird
know what?
spot right now, man, to where it's kind of like,
But the thing
you
you
know,
gotta look at is,
I just
huh,
if I meet her, I meet a good woman, I'm gonna hop on it. You know what I mean? But I just keep I be meeting some like that. And I don't, like I told you on the last one, I don't even go at them personally. I'm looking at what the society is doing to people, man. The society is ripping people apart, man. If they not knocked out, like I said, they dumbed down. They got some kind of issue. They
mhm.
drinking. I know a lot of females that's drinking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
drinking
and
during the
you see
week.
them.
It's a
Why
lot
we
of
even
people.
well
It's a lot of.
hold it. Why we
Go ahead.
even but that's the thing. Why we
Yeah.
even got them in the conversation?
Because we
Because
talking about
and the reason
mental
I'm saying
issues
that
that
is
people
the
are dealing
reason I'm
with so
saying that
much.
is because
And you gotta
we don't
define
want to be
mental
heard
issues
in the
because
same conversation when they talk about dudes that's not working, that's not taking care of their responsibilities, that's
Dudes
out here
doing it too.
that's playing video games all day
Yeah,
long.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to be in that conversation. That's
yeah,
why I don't put them in that conversation.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
classifying them over there with the ones that I know ain't doing the right thing. If we
Right.
already know they not doing the right thing, then it's like, man, okay, why am I looking at one of them? Because they cute, right? Yes, because they cute, they stand out, and you like, man, okay, that's nice right there. But where you see them flocking together, they are alike. That goes for both sides. If we looking for the right thing, we looking for something that's good, then it's gotta be just that. Nobody ever said it was gonna be easy because it's not easy.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
usually people are smart enough to know when something good is out there on the market, man, everybody trying to snatch it.
Yeah,
Everybody trying to
Mhm.
snatch that good deal.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
or the good deal is already snatched up. Sometimes you gotta wait till somebody die or something like no, let me stop.
Nah, nah,
and then
you
when you
saying
look,
it though. You saying what I'm really basically saying, bro. A
Mhm.
lot of the a lot of the good people are snatched up, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, you know what I mean? But it's
Mhm.
also a lot of confusion out here, a lot of loneliness. It's like I'm hearing it's a loneliness epidemic, And man, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now, man, with people's
When
mental health.
It's
when
a lot
you
of
just
stuff
talking
going
about mental health, that's my specialty. I'm gonna tell you how mental health works. It's so many different grades of that stuff.
Yeah,
Most people is dealing with some type of mental health issue, whether they know it or not, whether they diagnosed or not. They dealing with trauma, going through narcissistic abuse. You're gonna have some form of CPTSD, which is like cognitive or complex post traumatic stress disorder. A lot of people got like myself, ADHD was, it's like a lot of times you can be super smart, but you just might be more active. But a lot of that comes from trauma too. Just constantly having to be aware of your environment, being aware of what's going on, your nervous system get off because of you having to be in fight or flight for such a long time through childhood. So that happens. But that's not the same as the mental illness as like bipolar. And then all bipolars ain't the same. A lot of times somebody can be bipolar and be really good and functional. However, when they have a personality disorder, that is a whole different category of mental illnesses that are non-curable, non-treatable. The personality disorders, your borderline, your narcissist, your sociopath, your antisocial, your psychopaths, that category is what a lot of people are seeing combined with other things that can be treated or can be dealt with behavior stuff or different things you do in life. But the personality disorders, that's the mental illness or mental health that people should be concerned about, or why people got in this, because that's a severe extreme in the behaviors and social interactions.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
You
Monique,
got
Monique,
autism out here.
thank you for that super chat, Monique. Monique said, "It's the light we carry, y'all. It's the light that we carry." Hey, y'all, look here. I'm gonna break the fight up now. We're gonna break up the fight, and I like to let them just go at it for a little while. We're gonna break the fight up and get up
No.
out of here because we've been hanging out for half the night. So we're gonna let y'all get some closing remarks on tonight's topic, which is if you want to catch a narcissist cheating, just play dumb. What y'all gonna leave them with for the weekend, ladies and gentlemen?
Go ahead, Keisha. I don't know what to say right there.
Okay. I wanted to get into the daggone stuff that's happening in DC, like with all of this stuff in Chicago and stuff. We ain't even get to that. But if you want, let me see how to get to it on the topic. If you want to catch the narcissist cheating, you already did, bro. They a narcissist. That's what they do.
Come on,
It's just this. It
come
just
on.
come with the territory, pathological line, validation, like all of this stuff. Just be criteria. You really don't have to catch them doing anything. What you have to do is make a decision. You have to start deciding in life, what is it that you want for you? Like, what are your standards? Have you even thought about standards? What is it that is going to, like, where do you see your future? Because if you're dealing with a narcissist, it's not ever going to be a future other than drama and chaos. Like, it might be some fun times, it might be some nasty times. That's all they really good at. But it's not going to be anything productive. You're going to lose a lot. You're going to probably be in some type of legal issues because they bring legal calamities. They bring disasters like car accidents and all of this stuff. They bring financial destruction. Like, it's always something where you take in losses. It just come with the dark cloud that they carry for a few minutes of the little ooh la la pleasure. Not, you got to kind of look at what is it that, why are you here? Like, why are you staying? If you're saying I'm staying for the kids, that's a horrible situation because now the kids got two dysfunctional parents to look at as examples, and they're going to grow up dysfunctional. That's all that brings. And so you got to, instead of thinking like, I just got to catch this person cheating. No, they doing everything that's already showing that they are disrespecting you. They don't care about you like that. You an option. And there is a saying, never make somebody a priority that make you an option. Like, these are things that as standards, even though the standards weren't set like in childhood growing up by the parents, which they should be, these are standards that you now set for yourself as you nurture yourself. These are standards. So make your standards different, and then make that decision. Like if you're still somehow connected to the narc, I don't have to wait to catch them cheating. My exit day is today. Because it's just not going to get better no matter what they say, no matter how they flatter, how they smell, what they do. Remember, they probably borderline homeless, on their way in being homeless, don't have much, whatever going on with them. It's a situational thing. You got to get out so you don't lose the rest of the man you have left. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, okay.
Very
Well, my
well
thing is,
said.
I mean, I've never been insecure. I've never dealt with that, and so I've never been looking to catch anybody cheating, and I wouldn't want to catch nobody cheating. My thing is, most people, if the circumstances presented itself, will cheat. That's just kind of what I believe. However, you have to protect yourself and protect your relationship to prevent yourself from misbehaving and hope that person has the same desire and discipline in themselves to not want to sacrifice or destroy your relationship by having a connection with somebody else outside of you. They got to want that just as bad as you want it so y'all can function in harmony together without having to worry about checking each other's phones or catching anybody cheat. You know what I mean? But if you're dealing with a narcissistic person, man, they gonna cheat. That's what a narcissist does. But as far as me, I'm not looking for a woman to cheat. If you make me feel like you are a cheater and that's what you do, I'm gonna treat you accordingly. That's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna treat you accordingly. I'm not gonna be dedicated to you. I'm not gonna be taking you serious. I might not even deal with you at all. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at when it comes to cheating. I believe, from what I've observed with a lot of women, and men too, people will cheat if the circumstances present itself and they feel like they can get away with it. You just gotta hope that you get with somebody that's mature and they've gotten to that level in life where they are ready to what some people call settling down. I call it settling up, where they actually want a committed, loyal relationship because they realize that's better. The love is real, the connection is deeper. You gotta be with somebody that want that just as bad as you want it. If they don't want it, it ain't nothing you can do about
I like that. I like that.
it. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to leave out on this evening to say, if you want to catch a narcissist cheating, play dumb. Act like you don't see it. Act
Yeah.
like you don't see what you see.
Yeah.
Walk in a room with your eyes wide shut. The dumber you play, the more they expose.
Yeah.
The moment you start talking and start looking and what was that and asking 20 questions, play dumb. But remember, when you're playing dumb because you're going to find something out. When you find out what you're looking for, you can't find it out and then there's no consequence. So you got to make your mind up on what you're really trying to do there, because we have the tendency to stick around and stay in something even after we find out that it was the worst thing that we could have ever imagined. So don't even take yourself through all of that if you're not going to do nothing about it. And remember, if you're truly going to cut a situation off, remember, man, it is not done with words. It's never done with words. When you done with somebody, when somebody was done with you, the notice you got was not verbal. Nah. You saw that you was cut off. You felt it. That's how people are cut off. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave you just like we came in here with nothing but love, peace, and
Okay.
yes,
Bye,
indeed.
guys.
Good night, everybody. I want to have a happy weekend. Thanks to all the members.
Yes.
Everybody, get your membership. Come on in here. Monday night, y'all. We're gonna do the first Monday of the month. Because every Monday was just a whole lot going on. Good gracious. So we just gonna do the
Hey,
first Monday for
can
the
y'all
members.
add me on my Facebook, Ruthless Real Soldier, and on my Instagram, Caution Ruthless Soldier. Y'all add me, man, so I can have people that understand what narcissism is, and maybe we can chop it up about that.
Let's do
Yeah.
it, champ.
All right, Harry.